Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Darvin Booth Stadium here at Tom Story Field on the campus of Lake Brantley High School. Alan Slaughterzinski and Derek Smith with you tonight for Apdfl football, the Amateur to Professional Development Football League, the Orlando Phantoms, and the Columbus Storm. Tonight's game is brought to you by 9 Rounds. 9 Rounds, get the best 30-minute workout of your life. For those of you back in Brevard County, check them out at 4100 North Wickham Road, 321-441-3033. All right, Coach, we come in tonight. A new beginning for Orlando Phantoms football tonight. We're going to tell you about that in just a second. But the Phantoms come in at 2-2, Coach, and the Columbus Storm come in at 4-1. It's going to be a good football game tonight. But the new beginning we're telling you about is obviously the O'Galley product. The former O'Galley quarterback, Brevard County's own Torrance Brown, has retired. No longer is he going to be lining up under center for the Orlando Phantoms.
Yeah, and that's a big miss for them. He's been starting for them for a long time now. He was a versatile dual-threat quarterback. And when you lose a dual-threat quarterback, it's almost like you're losing a quarterback and a running back at the same time. I'm curious to see how, Landon Noah comes in. Landon Noah comes in. He played high school football for the Village's charter. He was warming up earlier. Didn't seem to be very nervous during his warm-ups, but it is big shoes to fill when he has to fill Torrance Brown's shoes.
6 foot, 206 pound signal caller out of Butte College. So we'll see tonight in the Orlando Phantoms. This would be an absolutely huge win for them. Now, the Phantoms are on somewhat of a roll. I talked to Coach Mike Torres last night and, of course, on the Orlando Weekly Show. And, he was happy that they had won their last 2 games by a combined score of 48-6. But he cautioned, he didn't believe. He said this is a big league. It's got a lot of different teams. He believed they should have won those games by those margins. But tonight could be, with a 4-1 team like Columbus, a completely different story.
Yeah, last time we were here, though, the one thing is they started that win streak last time we were here. They did it through running the football. They had a very good running game. They were running between the tackles and outside very successfully, and I think that really started the mindset of what they are now. That's why I think there will be pressure kind of taken off Noah's back if they continue to run the ball like they did last time they were at home. Noah doesn't have to do much other than not make mistakes. He doesn't need to be the playmaker. He just needs not to make silly mistakes and allow that running game of the Phantoms to be able to kick in. And
Columbus will receive to start this one here. And there you see the scoreboard with the quarter just draped below the score there. And couldn't be happier to be with you. Also joining us tonight, as he does every Orlando Phantoms home game, Mr. Brian Keys here in the voice of Lake Brantley High School here from the press box. And always a pleasure to see Brian. Hope everyone had a great Easter as we are set to kick off here. And as always, Coach, it is the product out of Boone High School set to do it, Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, and Tyler's a good kicker. And, the one thing you need in this league is having a quality kicker. He does a good job on kickoffs, punting, and also he does the job on extra points and field goals.
Ball fielded at the 6, and you have got to be kidding me with the back of their jerseys. You have absolutely got to be kidding me.
The reason why he is saying that is the way we are slightly at the sun and the all-gold number, we're going to be guessing at who does what for at least until the sun goes down.
Coach, I didn't think he had a number on his back. Are you kidding me with these jerseys?
They got the bling, though. That gold number is slightly blinging.
Yeah, well, there'll be no notoriety.
I'm curious. I watched them warm up. They had 2 quarterbacks when they warmed up. Both quarterbacks looked good. They had a good, quality timing in their warming up as they come out in an open set with 2 backs.
All right, they've got 2 wide receivers split wide to the right. The quarterback claps, gives up to the up back, straight up the middle. And you know what, Coach? That's also a good sign. And they say that's a fumble. Will they rule it a fumble? A Phantom comes out of the pile. The referee points to the ground. And it'll be second down. That's a good sign because traditionally, at least, we didn't get an opportunity to see the road games the Phantoms played. But in their 2 home games, they were just slicing and dicing up the middle on them.
Yeah, without a doubt. The 2-back set, they did a good job stuffing up the middle right there on the defense. Hopefully they fixed their communication issues that we've seen in the past with their secondary. Again, I saw quality timing on their passing game during warm-ups for the team out of Columbus.
All right, 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2. The Phantoms show blitz. They bring it. Running back cuts, and he's going to be brought down, Coach. That's going to be a loss of 3. They'll now be behind the sticks for a long 3rd down attempt here.
Yeah, this is 2 good 1st and 2nd down plays
7
for the defense. Yep. So now we're looking at a 3rd and about 7, but great job staying right away, stopping the run. They're telling you that you're not going to come out here and push us around. We're going to be the team that pushes you around on the offense side of the ball with the run game.
According to their roster, their quarterback is number 7. Now, that could either be the DB, Darius Graham, or it could be the wide receiver running back, Jalen Harris. My bet is that it's Jalen Harris.
So
it could be neither.
It really could be neither because neither one is listed as a quarterback.
Yeah, right, exactly. 3rd and 12 from the shotgun. He's in trouble, looking to throw. He does, dumps out, ball off the hands, and an outstanding start for Coach Michael Torres, the defensive coordinator, and his Orlando Phantoms defense, as the Columbus Storm will go 3 and out.
Yeah, you got to open it up with a 3 and out. That 3 and out was key to starting to set up what they got on defense. What I like there is there was a 5 wide receiver set up by Columbus. They didn't hesitate at all. They still sent the blitz, give him no time to bail out and try to make a play, and the pressure there was great.
Back deep is going to be Michael Marshall and Maurice Thomas for the Phantoms. Is this the other? This is the other roster, right?
Yeah, I think the quarterback might be Brenham Thompson, number 16. We'll get that number here in a minute.
Well, it was 7 to start. That definitely was number 7.
And it might have been 17. There's a quarterback listed from Tuskegee University, 6'2", 207, Charles Drinkard, at 17. Again, we're having a hard time seeing the numbers. We'll eventually get it figured out once the sun goes down.
And the snap is high, and we got a timeout taken by the Columbus Storm. So I think it's doubleheader night here on Brevard Sports Network. I think. I don't know if indeed the Tar Heels have got underway. They, of course, play in the Federation Football 2.0, and so I don't know if Caleb's on the call for that. I know Caleb's on the call for that one, but I don't know if the other team showed up. The last message we got was they were trickling in, and that game was supposed to start at 6 o'clock, but as of about 6:40, it had not started yet. So once again, this is the Columbus Storm and the Orlando Phantoms, and it's 4th and 12 for Columbus.
Yeah, we'll line up with a split 2 receivers to the side punt. So imagine this punter is going to directional punt to his right-hand side where his gunners are.
Again, it's Thomas and Marshall back deep. That's a good boot.
Yeah, they got a kicker, too. Looks like that we're going to see both teams have quality kickers.
Good. The only issue with that boot was that it was a line drive, and that ball is returned by Maurice Thomas. The line drive, he outkicked his coverage on it. He got distance on it, but you can get all the distance you want. If you kick that thing on a line drive, your guys can't get there to make the tackle.
Yeah, you got to be able to get your cover guys down there, sprint down there, or else the return man has plenty of room to run back with.
These numbers we can see, Coach, and coming in at quarterback, again, Landon Noe out of Butte College, and we're excited to see him. A new era in Orlando Phantoms football begins tonight, and I do believe he is the only signal caller. Their backup quarterback, Dontavius Purdue, is not here tonight. So 1st and 10 for the Phantoms, ball on their own 45-yard line from the gun. 1 back in the backfield, 4 wide receivers.
Yeah, lined up in the backfield is LaShawn Garnett. LaShawn's their quick back. Good opening, good pass.
Gets outside, picks up 13, 14, Coach. And I like the play call. You settle his nerves. You give him something simple, little hitch there, and wide receiver turns, makes yak, and it's a 1st down for Orlando.
Good timing route. He threw the ball on time. He threw the ball, literally hit the receiver on the chest. I like the great first call there.
No doubt about it. So that's going to be 1st and 10 now, quickly into Columbus Storm territory. The ball on the Columbus, the 41-yard line of the Storm. Noe from the gun. He's going to throw again, throws, same play, other side. This time the ball is caught by Michael Marshall, coach, and this time the Storm are there.
2 yards. And a lot of people want to criticize, it's only 2 yards. I don't mind throws like this, because what happens is if you can keep chipping away, you might not get a first down, keep getting 2-yard passes, but completing the ball there, you're tempting that safety to come up and make a chance on one of those passes, and eventually, the short route becomes a home run ball because of the safety coming up on.
And right now, Landon Noe's thinking in his mind, I'm 2 for 2.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2. He's gaining some confidence.
And that's the key. 2nd and 8 for the Phantoms. This is the first run of the game, and the Columbus Storm swallow whole LaShawn Garnett at a Garden City High School, and that's going to be a loss of about a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down and 9. I do like that Garnett didn't try to make too much out of what wasn't there, furthering the loss on the play.
Yeah, he tried, at first tried to stretch it outside. He needs to keep it up in between the gap. But because he didn't try to make a spectacular play, he just took a typical loss, which was good. Now, this is where to see what Landon's made about here. This is his first true passing down where the defense knows he's probably throwing the ball right now at 3rd and about 8.
I wouldn't say it's 4-down territory going up against a 4-1 team, but it's 3rd and 9 for Noe. Noe, 2, 3, 4-step drop, looking, goes wide open, caught. That was too easy. And Marshall out of bounds, but that is more than enough for an Orlando Phantom first down.
Yeah, it was a nice little 12-yard out. Noe, hit him on stride, which is a beautiful throw. More importantly, what I like there is Noe stayed calm. He stayed, relaxed in the pocket. He didn't panic. You said 4-step drop. He sat there. He took 2 stutter steps in the pocket. He didn't try to leave the pocket and threw a nice home run ball to the receiver hitting a 15-yard out.
10:20 to play, first quarter. Orlando's opening drive. The defense forced a 3-and-out, 1st and 10, ball on about the 27-yard line for Landon Noe and this Orlando Phantoms offense. The back in the backfield is LaShawn Garnett. Garnett to his right. 4 wide receivers split equally to both sides. The Storm show blitz, back off. Noe looking to throw again, caught sidelines. And that's a good catch by Clarence Williams. Kissing it. They're kissing it. They're keeping it simple, stupid, and they're picking up yards.
Yeah, Allen, we just said, brand new starting quarterback. He is 4 for 4 right now. You can't ask for a better start. You can't. The coach right now is making a brilliant game plan call. Yep. Short routes. Even though that 15-yard out, it's still a short route.
Yeah.
He's not trying to hit any home run balls over the top. He's throwing the safe, easy ball, and he's 4 for 4 as a backup quarterback coming in to be the first-time starter.
Now, I don't mean that expression as a insult. That's one of my favorite expressions. Kiss it. And keep it simple.
Absolutely. Especially when you first-time starter, you want it simple. You want him to be successful because success will start to build momentum.
Yep. Wouldn't be surprised to see a handoff here to Garnett. 2nd and about 4.5, 5, we'll call it officially. And he's throwing again, and it's a little out to Garnett. Garnett slips, falls, but he gets back up, and he will not pick up any yards, so this will be 3rd and 5. I would imagine we are most certainly within 4-down territory now.
You know what I like about that play? Regardless of the gain, the gain of scrimmage was 0. He had a guy down the seam. Yeah. And the guy was close to being open, but there was a safety kind of spy on that. He looked down the seam, saw the safety, decided to swing her out to his tailback instead. To me, that's a very important decision because he took the no-yard safe gain to his tailback rather than trying to force one into where a safety could possibly pick it. So it's a great decision to see Noah make that.
And, this is he's not throwing incomplete passes, so the clock is running. Nice time-consuming drive here, 8:13, tick-tock, clock moving, 3rd and 5. Likely 2 downs here to pick up 5 yards. Noe turns, fires. That was the first bad pass of the game from him.
Yeah, and, part of that came from there was pressure up the middle. They did send a blitz. The guard picked up the blitz, but the guard was driven backward into Noe, and Noe had to kind of let it go a little faster than he wanted to, and it was a little high. And, I would take that first incomplete anytime. Big decision here. Do we go for it? It looks like the Phantom is going to go for it. That route was open, so there's nothing wrong with coming back with the same routes and trying to hit a quick stop for the first down.
Yeah, they're giving them 10 yards to 8, 9, 10 yards, Coach. You take advantage of that, and if they don't tighten up the coverage now, that's an easy peasy lemon squeezy on the first down.
Yeah, a lot of cushion. Now, it's maybe the first, quarter jitters. They're trying to, feel out these receivers.
Now they move up on them. They're showing blitz, too. This time they bring it all out. Blitz throws. Great read by Landon Noe. The ball is down, and that's going to be an Orlando Phantoms first down inside the 9-round red zone.
Yeah, that was a 100% hot read by Noe. What he saw was the middle linebacker was blitzing. The safety was playing off by about 8 or 9 yards. All he did was catch it and throw it. Clock.
1st and 10 now. Ball at about the 14-yard line. He didn't, you know what, too? He didn't panic, and he settled and kind of planted his feet as much as he could and got rid of it.
Yeah, I like that decision. Again, and it was a good thrown ball. It was on time. Even though he had 2 linebackers blitzing at him, he didn't panic. Beautiful. Good opening drive. I'm liking this drive. I like the going for it on 4th down. They just need to convert this into a touchdown.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to get all the way down here and not get points.
Again, see the cushion they're giving over here on the number 2 receiver on the left side?
I do. Nobody in the slot gives straight up the middle to Garnett, and there's nothing there. The good news is that this passing game definitely seems to be working right now, while the running attack is not.
Yeah, it's and I think the reason is Columbus is selling out on the run. They're really not covering these slot receivers. They're bringing those backers into the box to make sure that the running game is not existent for the Phantoms. So let's just take advantage of it, catch the ball, and throw to the slot receiver. Slot receiver probably had a defender 9 yards away on the snap.
I'd like to welcome in Jody Brown. This is Torrance Brown. Of course, we're going to miss Torrance, the O'Galley product. And they get picked up a penalty. What was the penalty? So it's a repeat of 1st down there. So it's going to be 1st and that's strange. Unless it's a spot foul.
Now they're taking away the cushion on these slot receivers finally.
Well, I mean, they're at the 6.
Actually, you see both DBs are starting to bail again. So there's a 5-yard cushion on their own 6.
At the goal line, the slot corner is, and Noe,
that is a fumble.
Yeah, it is. And that ball, luckily,
out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds. That is a bad decision. You got to take the sack inside the red zone like that.
Yeah, especially it was 1st down. I mean, all you had to do is step up in the pocket, take the sack. It would have been 2nd and about 9.
Yep.
Now we're looking at 2nd and 2 sticks. We're looking at 2nd and 16, 17 yards. And more importantly, that was that close to being picked up and returned for a touchdown. Because if that ball doesn't take a wild bounce, Columbus returns that for a touchdown.
That's a game changer there.
Yes, sir.
No.
That is the difference between a first-year start, in this program versus a Brown who would have been a long-time starter. Brown probably steps up in the pocket. If not, he tries to run that and get yards.
Yeah.
Again, go back to the cushion there looking at the slots. I mean, all you have to do is quick a little outside, move out of the slot, back into a slant. The way they're giving cushion, that's open all night.
So it's 2nd and 15. They can pick up a 1st down. No, he throws.
Picked.
Intercepted. There's a flag down. Not sure what this is going to be, but he threw that right, and he didn't even see and I tell you, that wasn't complicated coverage there. Not a good decision. And the ball kind of floated out of his hand.
Yeah, he on the snap of the football, he looked at his slot receiver the whole time. The slot receiver was running an out route. He threw it. I mean, eyed him, threw it right to him, and the outside corner saw that it was coming and just stepped up in the throwing lane.
Let's check the flag here. Could be against Columbus, and if it is, that negates the interception because it was thrown. It is declined. It is against Orlando, and that's going to be an interception, which will end a very promising start to the game for Orlando. And with 5:45 to play, Columbus will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a crucial turnover right there. 2 back-to-back bad decisions by Noe. He started out 5 for 5 and then made a couple bad decisions. That happens. And the one thing you understand is first year, or first time behind the helm, when you start to get into the red zone, your blood plumps a little bit more. You get more nervous, more excited. you played quarterback.
Yes,
you understand how
does it, man.
Defense becomes way easier in the passing game because you don't have no deep behind you, so you can tighten up your coverage. Just rookie mistakes right there.
1st and 10 now. Last time out on the field, Michael Torres' defense pushed a 3 and out. This is 1st and 10 from the 23. And again, we've got not sure who's at quarterback there. Looks like Teddy Gibson. Looks like number 1. And this is Gibson on the keeper. Is that 1?
9, maybe?
9?
Looks like number 9.
If it is.
Alex King, 6'2", 198. I don't know. These numbers are very hard to see.
My roster says Yep, it could be Alex King. All right. Actually, we got a number with a quarterback paired properly. So that's Alex King. Who was the quarterback for the Giants that was big guy, could throw the ball?
From Kentucky.
From Kentucky. Who was that?
That was the big Kentuckian.
Well, I tell you what, that's who Alex King reminds me of.
Somebody online, tell us who that was. One of you UK fans, Kentucky Wildcats. Who was your big blonde-haired quarterback that was about 6'2", 295?
Donna, the Tar Heels are supposed to be on. They were the opponent hadn't shown up yet, so not sure what happened. But I talked to the guy doing the broadcast tonight there, and they tried. Oh, look at this, bumbling and stumbling for big yards there. That's a first down for Columbus. But the Tar Heels were supposed to start at 6, and at last check, the Tri-County or Tri-City Steelers hadn't shown up yet.
Yeah,
so.
the guy running the ball is a bull right there. They got him, if we're correct. If that's Alex King, they got him at 6'2", 198. If he's 198 pounds, then I'm
Jarrett Lorenz. Jarrett
Lorenz. There you go.
Thank you.
If that quarterback's 198 pounds, then I weigh.
Mike Davis. Thank you, Mike Davis. 4:26 to go.
Then I weigh about 198 pounds myself.
He's Carlito says Jarrett, but I'm a Gators fan. Laugh out loud. I'm at
big
the game.
Jared Lorenz. And remember when he went to the Arena League? He got even bigger, man. That joker was a massive man playing quarterback.
Where you at, Torrance?
Yeah, this I think kind of like when he comes in at quarterback, this is their bull package where they're just going to do Q runs. When the other quarterback comes in, is their passing package.
Oh, Torrance, is he there? Are they doing it?
Are you talking to?
I'm talking to Torrance Brown. He's at the Tar Heels game. He says he sees the guy recording it. Hopefully, he should be on. Let me see your phone. Check BSN's page. Make sure he's on. Oh, to the Tar Heels game. I'm like, where are you at here? Well, you should be up here broadcasting with us if you're here. Ain't nobody could tell us more about this offense than you could. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now. Ball at the Phantoms 48. Yeah, we got 2 lives going, right?
If we're correct, if that's Alex King, they got him at 6. Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 lives going. Okay, Tar Heels are on. So straight up the middle again, and there is that middle run, that area, and that is Jalen Harris there that time. And there's the middle of the defense opening up again.
Yeah, that's where we saw the weakness last time we were here. Is the middle of the defense. They kept sparking it, between the tackles. And so far, there's been 3 runs between the tackles that were successful on this drive. Now there's a Phantom player down. Let's hope he's not hurt too bad, especially because it looks like it's one of our DNs who do apply beautiful pressure on the quarterback when it is time to throw the football.
Now the numbers on Columbus are starting to come a little bit more into focus for us here. Unconquered Cobras still undefeated. Says we got Jared on for the Unconquered Cobras. Ms. Beowulf says that was number 8. I'm not sure which particular player she's referencing there. Second and 1 now, and that's the thing you don't want to see is that defense opening up in the middle like this. They shut it down pretty good on that first drive, but I tell you what, a turnover like that inside the red zone, that changes that word you love so much, Coach. Mo.
Yep, Mo starts to come in when you see it like that. The one thing you don't want is any momentum either way, especially, going in for a scoring possible drive and then flipping it over and getting a turnover and the other team scoring on you does hurt you momentum-wise.
This is Jamichael Williams, I believe, coming off the field, and he seems to be okay. He is coming off on his own power. And we've got a different quarterback back in now.
Yeah, it's the original quarterback they started with in the beginning of the game.
Hopefully he'll turn sideways and we can see his number. Straight up the middle. And
there
why not? Yeah, and he just kind of leans forward, but he's not going to have enough. 16 is
16.
the quarterback. 16.
Brennan Thompson.
Brennan Thompson. Thank you, sir.
From Ingram High School. 5'10", 185. We can finally see that. Yeah, once the sun goes down, these numbers are much easier.
Popping off the lights. Now they look good. And so it's third, and I don't think this is 4-down territory.
They got a kicker, so I would imagine maybe not. From what we saw with the kicker with his punt game, he obviously has a strong leg. Two-back set here.
In the backfield is number 7. That looks like Jalen Harris back there, and I can't see the other number. Give his to the deep back, straight up the middle, still on his feet. Good job by the Phantoms to close that hole quickly. Stuffs the middle. Number 9 came through there. That is David Roberts out of Georgia Southern University, closing that hole like he was meant to do, and it's 4th and 1.
Yeah, what I'm surprised here is they didn't bring that big quarterback in for this, 3rd and short and this 4th and short they're approaching with. He ran like a bull the first 3 times he carried the football. Good stop, though, up the middle. Hard 4th down call. These are calls as a coach that, a lot of people look back and say these might be the hardest calls. Because you think getting a yard is pretty easy, but it's not. Part of you wants to throw the ball and say, hey, trick the defense. The other part of you wants to do what's right and run the football. But when a defense knows the run's coming up the middle, it's pretty easy to stop.
Miss Rogers, all you got to do is jump off of this Facebook Live and pop on the link below. I think it's directly below us. And just jump back on, go back into Facebook on Brevard Sports Network, and you'll see it. You'll be able to pick. Believe me, you'll see a distinct difference in the broadcast of the games, because there is no elevated quality there in Titusville with which to broadcast from. So Caleb has to run up and down the sidelines to do that broadcast. Here, we're in a beautiful press box at Darvin Booth Stadium. Turnover on downs on the quarterback keeper. Great job by the defense there.
Columbus tried to catch him off guard. What they did is they all of a sudden ran up there as if they were going to run a different play, and then they snuck the quarterback up and tried to get a sneak. And again, I told you, it's hard to get a yard on a defense that knows the inside run's coming.
And so Phantom fans can breathe a sigh of relief. After the turnover, there won't be any pot. That's points off turnovers.
We just need Noe to come in here and be relaxed like he was for the first 5 passes.
Settle down.
Yep, run an offense. Again, we said in the beginning of the broadcast, it's not trying to make the big play. It's just don't make the dumb play that costs you the game. And that, we saw a chance where that little, we tried to pitch it out there late, was a fumble. That could have been one of those dumb plays we were talking about.
Quick moving first quarter, $1:35 to go in it. No, he turns and gives to Garnett. Garnett with a big hole up the middle. He'll pick up 12. There's Laundry on the field, though.
Yeah, that's a big gaping hole in the middle. I'm curious what this call is, because the play was ran to the left and the call's coming from the right. He's got a holding call on the offensive lineman from the right side of the ball. Gosh. Yeah, that's going to hurt, especially where it's at. They're going to go from 1st and 10, on the 50. They're
first
backing up
20.
10. Now they're 1st and 20. And, you just don't want to – again, it's when you got a young, new starting quarterback, you don't want to put him in a hole. Now you've put him in a hole.
Yeah, playing from behind the sticks. I remember being a young quarterback. That was the thing. One of the things I feared most. That I never feared doing things like throwing interceptions, because if you did that, you threw them. But playing from behind the sticks, trying to make up yards, it drives a young quarterback insane.
Yeah, it's especially because as a defense end, when you're playing behind the sticks, you pin your ears back. You get now they're moving the yard markers, which they should not be moving the yard markers.
Yeah, it should be 1st and 20, and that's what the officials are saying. What are you doing? And, yep, back up the sidelines they'll go. Yeah,
the chain crew was moving as if they're going to give them 1st and 10 again. No, it's 1st and a lot.
Yeah, you just don't back the ball up. And
I know it looked wrong.
Forgive the yards. It's okay. Next time, we're going to make sure you got to get those 10 yards, though. This time, forget about it. Forget about it. 55.3 seconds to go. I just love coming over. I love Darvin Booth Stadium.
Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium. Nice setup. You got good vision anywhere you're at in this stadium. It's nice.
And it's 1st and 20 now for Landon Noe. Noe bounces, throws, ball. I tell you what, you got to squeeze it. That's not Noe's fault. He put it right there in the digits.
Yeah, he hit the quarterback in the hands. But as you saw, though, both the ends had their ears pinned back. They were in his face in a microsecond. So he literally, if he doesn't throw the ball then, is susceptible to a sack.
No, I thought he threw a strike.
Yep, I like it. I like the choice there. I like the throw there. You know, we should be looking at about a second and about 11, 12. Instead, we're looking at second 20.
I think his decision-making tonight outside of the interception has been good, but, you know, they got to help him out a little bit. Second and 20 now. Shotgun, wide receiver split, pretty much equally to both sides. Garnett in the backfield. And Noe floats this one out there. It's got a receiver caught. Was he out of bounds? He was. Oh, my goodness. That's a killer, Coach.
Yeah,
that one's on Noe.
Yeah, that 100% on Noe. The receiver's wide open. There was a bust in coverage right there. Safety was anywhere to be found. He put so much air on the football that the receiver had to wait on it, and then it was a miscued on his throw also. All he's got to do is put a little zip on that ball. If he puts a little zip on that ball, catches it in stride, it's a touchdown.
All coachable moments, right?
Yep. And this is where you're seeing, like I said, I mean, the inexperience of him right now. You know, he hasn't had a lot of reps, obviously, in a starting situation. So every rep he gets is a learning experience.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 20 now. What you don't want to do is get yourself in a first-half situation for the remainder of the first quarter and second quarter where you're playing with your backside on a flipped field. No, he throws.
It's going to be another interception.
It should have been another interception.
Yep. So that's where I'm not liking. He's guessing now in my mind.
Right.
Yes, that route was open the play before. They come back with the same thing to the bottom side of the screen, and he just assumed he was going to be open. The safety was on top of that ball. That ball should have been picked. Safety mistimed his jump. So right now we're looking at the inexperience of Noe is guessing his routes now as opposed to throwing what is the defense giving him.
As a head football coach and a guy that's coached some pretty good quarterbacks, how do you settle a young quarterback down?
Two ways. Couple ways we like to settle our quarterback is, one, we do a quarterback run. We purposely do a quarterback run because we know we'll get hit. Getting hit sometimes kind of just settles those nerves.
Knocks the edge off.
Yeah, literally, that's what the correct statement right there, knocks the edge off. The other way is go back to what you had in the beginning game, stop routes. If they're giving you some cushion, go with stop routes. They're easy. It's pitch and catch. They're 5-yard throws. 5-yard throws are very successful to complete and build that confidence back up to go back into the longer throws. It doesn't matter what level you're at. The long ball is hard to complete because of so much time the ball's in the air. Safeties have time to run up under it. You have to get the timing right with the running of the route. So it's very difficult percentage there. Tyler
Johnson's got to get a boot here, and he's got to put this in the air where this could be a run back. And he does. That's a good punt by Johnson that time. Good hang time. The ball takes a bounce, fielded at the 30 of Columbus. Outstanding punt by Tyler Johnson. Good job.
Yeah, as deep as he punted that ball, he flipped the field. You know, they're now on the other side of the 50. I also like the coverage there. The coverage of the punt team was great. There was no selfish, somebody jogging. Everybody ran down the field, covered their lanes well, and took away any opportunity for the Columbus to get a good return.
And there you see his teammates giving him a low fives there on that one because that's well-deserved. So this will be the 3rd possession of the game. This is the longest 54.5 seconds I think I've ever seen in the history of a quarter. 7.7 seconds to go in the first quarter as the Columbus Storm back out on the field.
They bring their big bull out. It looks like that's number 8, Eric Ziegler.
Okay.
And they got him listed as running back / D lineman at 6'2".
That's what the lady was telling me. It's Eric Ziegler, number 8. Okay.
Oh, he looks every bit of 270. It looks more like it now. Eric Ziegler. So when he's in, he's running the football.
I mean, why not? I mean, he just buries his head there, and that's a smart move by the DB there to just lower his head lower than Ziegler's to make the tackle, but he still picks up 5, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. No score between the Columbus Storm and the Orlando Phantom. Back with the start of the second quarter here on the Brevard Sports Network.
Hey everybody, Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
Big thanks to 23-time tag team champion Devon Dudley. Oh, my brother, testify. WrestleMania was last week. I tell you, all WrestleManias to me anymore are just like good pay-per-views from back in the day. Anyway, that's a whole topic for another day, for another sport or sports entertainment. 2nd and 5 now. Ziegler still in the backfield all by himself. And guess what? Oh, he throws, caught. Oh, a little jump pass, Tebow-like there.
Yeah, they had a little razzle-dazzle going right there. See, what Columbus is lining up when he's back there, they're almost running. It's the single wing. You know, Astronaut does a good job at running this. The single back there. Power set. They got 2 little power backs that they do kicking out, and they like to run power, catch you falling asleep, and sneak that tight end into the behind the linebackers while you're running power. And they did a good job setting that up. Unfortunately, there was no catch there.
Miss Rogers, you're welcome. And remember, you are never, ever bothering us. 14:55 to go here, 2nd quarter. There you see the 9-round scoreboard at the top of your screen. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Derek Smith, Brian Keys with you here from Darvin Booth Stadium at Tom Story Field on the campus of Lake Brantley High School, home of the Patriots.
They got the 2 power backs are set left now. Generally, that tells you they're going to run power left. If not, they're going to pull those guys across the center and do a kick-out block.
And we've got whistles and a delay.
You know who's made a living doing this right here is Apopka High School.
What do you mean?
They're running this set that right now that Columbus is running.
Okay.
Apopka High School has made a living running this offense right
They
here.
do it in youth football, too.
Yes, they do.
They did it in Pop Warner, and they won 2 Pop Warner championships over in Kissimmee with it this year.
And then Treasure Coast was very successful this year running this offensive set.
14:55, no time off the clock. It's 3rd and 10 now. And all that work Eric Ziegler has done from Chattahoochee County. Way down yonder. 3rd and 10, Ziegler. He's quick, too, Coach.
Yeah, he
Look at
moves
that
well
stutter
for a big guy.
step. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, 200 say. Jerome Bettis. We got
you
a
see him
Jerome
jump
Bettis right
step?
there. Yes, sir.
What a jump step.
That's a good description. Anybody watching in, he kind of reminds you of Jerome Bettis. You know, he's got about 6 or 7 carries in him before they take him off the field due to the energy level. But again, nice run. It brings up 4th. Unfortunately, it's 4th and 1, and the big guy's coming off the field.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Why, I would think you just snap the ball to him. I don't think you're going to stop him if he gets a full head of steam.
No,
you're picking up the 1st down.
At no point has he gone backwards on a hit yet. They're sticking with this single wing type set, though. They just brought a different running back in to catch the football.
Zoom in here a little bit. And back under. This is the play they tried.
Ball's
miscommunication.
Out. They were it's to me, Alan. I don't like to be critical, but I'm always a coach. This is 2 times now. 2 times that you really got to put it on the coach.
Yeah.
The last time they tried a little sneaky sneak where they look like they're going to run something, run up there and run a quick sneak, didn't get it when they got a big power back like that guy in the backfield.
Right.
And this time they tried the same thing with a different back. Decide not to do, he gets miscommunication. Those are 2 coaching calls right there.
And now, any momentum you had in terms of flipping the field or doing anything like that is lost because the Phantoms are going to take over 1st and 10 on the Storm 49-yard line.
Yeah, we as coaches like to outsmart ourselves, to be quite honest with you, because there's nothing, there's nothing to be smart about right there. You got a 270-pound running back that runs the way he does. Give the ball to that big guy on both fourth downs, and you probably have a first down.
13:46 to go in the half. Landon Noe turns, gives to LaShawn Garnett. Garnett finds a cut, cuts back. He's at the 40, 35, cuts it back to the 30, dragged down at the 25-yard line. 25 yards for LaShawn Garnett. And there's the running game, Coach, that the Phantoms needed to get started to help their young quarterback.
Yeah, and that's what I want to keep seeing out of them. That's what was successful last time we were here. They have multiple running backs, and LaShawn Garnett is not their only one. He's kind of their home run hitting running back, their fast one. And that's what we got to continue to see out of the Phantoms tonight is this strong running game.
All right, 13-10 to play here in the first half. 1st and 10, ball on the Columbus 25-yard line. 4-1. Storm against the 2-2 Orlando Phantoms. Noe from the gun. LaShawn Garnett still in the backfield. 3 wide receivers to the right. Give is to Garnett again, and Garnett breaking tackles again. And he gets all the way down to about the 19-yard line. That's an outstanding pickup of 6. And it'll be, did he pick up? He got 10. I'm sorry. He got down to the
first down.
Got the first down. Got down to the 15. My bad. And that's a first 10. So first down. So 2 carries, 2 back-to-back carries for Garnett, and he's got 36 yards on 2 carries.
Yeah, he's getting a good rhythm going right now. He's very fast, elusive feet, and he does a good job finding the cutback gaps.
Breaking some tackles too now.
They've subbed him out. They got Paris Hennington in there now.
Paris Hennington, a smaller back, a little bit more of a scat back, if you will. And the give is to straight up the middle quickly. And he's brought down at the 8-yard line. So they are inside of the 9-round red zone here with 11:55 to play. And, Coach, I'm going to be honest with you. Unless it's a rollout pass where your tight end is dancing by himself in the end zone, I'm keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, keep running. They 4 straight runs now, all successful. They got Paris Hennington in here right now. He's quicker than LaShawn. He's a Lake Brantley high school grad, so he's used to playing on this football field. So I imagine he's put the ball in the end zone on this field a few times.
And this would be a big confidence boost for Landon here to get in the end zone. 11-20, give straight up, cuts it back. Inside. Oh, my goodness gracious. And that's what I mean by scat back. Scat backs don't overpower other players.
No. I'll tell you, beautiful run, though. Found the crease, cut outside. Everybody out here thought he had a touchdown, but
he had a touchdown.
That's where being a little light in the britches cost him on the safety on that one.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 now for the Phantoms. And checking in is Clarence Williams. There you see Williams coming in and still in the game there. Who was the running back there?
That last running back that ran the ball was 28 was Paris Hennington.
Paris Hennington. So Paris Hennington. Now you got 3 wide receivers to the left.
And they got to give it to Paris. They're on the 1-yard line. You got 4 downs to get a touchdown here.
And Paris. Oh, and they do give it to Paris, and beautifully read there, Coach, by number 91 for the Columbus Storm. That's an outstanding defensive play to blow that up. What? 20? Who? 28. I'm sorry. I apologize. 28 for the Columbus Storm. That is Jatarius Moore out of Troy University.
So that's where missing Brown hurts them. Brown pulls that ball right there as a quarterback, reads that D tackle coming in that fast, pulls it, and is able to run it in himself as a quarterback. So that's where Noah there has to understand that when you're running the zone, you have option to pull the ball anytime if you got a D end crashing or a D tackle coming in that quick, and he's got to pull it and take it himself.
He'll get it.
Yep.
So 4 wide receivers now, and we've got whistles and timeout, Orlando. This is a smart timeout.
Yeah, I like the timeout call right here because you got to put this in the end zone because – you got a momentum switcher here. You need the 7 points. You got a good kicking game, so you're probably almost guaranteed the extra point. Both rosters are light tonight. The one thing is, we are used to seeing a lot of people on the sideline for the Phantoms. I don't see a lot of people on the sideline tonight.
No, I don't either.
That is definitely true for Columbus.
Yeah, I'll show Columbus's sideline here. Yes, indeed.
Little important call right here. I wouldn't be shocked if, it goes back to sometimes coaches fool themselves and trick themselves. We might be looking at a play action opportunity here, maybe a quick throw to the a shuttle screen or something, a tunnel screen.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on who they check in at tailback. I think if they keep Pennington at a tailback, they're probably going to throw the football. I think if LaShawn checks back in, they're probably going to run the football.
Yeah, I don't have a 91, so definitely for sure. Everybody's telling me 91 on here, not 28, 90. I don't have a 91 on the roster. So if it was 91, he's nameless. So it's 2nd and goal from about the 4. Throws. I'll tell you what, he got rid of it just in time.
He did. I mean, they were in a man zero, which means they had no safeties back there, locked up all 4 wide receivers. He had to get rid of it quick because they were bringing heat. He did, and he didn't give. That was a pretty good throw too. It's hard to hit him right in the chest when you got somebody in your face that fast.
Donnie S. Beowulf, I have no 91 located on the Columbus Storm roster, so my apologies, guys. There is no 91. He might be on the field, but he ain't on the roster.
Give me a family member out there that knows who he is. Send his name in, and we'll write it down.
Let us know. Plus, the guy sitting next to me, Mr. Keys, he's got binoculars on. Oh, no, we were talking about the guy that made the hit. Okay. Whistles, timeout again by Orlando. This, not a good timeout. 45. Thank you. 45 on the roster. My man, where are you at, Beowulf? You need to be up here in the broadcast booth with us, helping us out. It's 45. 91 for White is 45.
So Raynard Sweeney
with the big hit that's caused all this confusion. Definitely want to make sure we say his name because that was an outstanding hit. Raynard Sweeney. Raynard Sweeney. Sweeney is a 6'1", 245-pound linebacker, defensive lineman out of Jordan High School. Jordan High School.
Yeah, it's 2 timeouts on this series right here. It's important for them to score now to be able to have to hit 2 timeouts here. But it's, definitely got to walk away with 7 points here.
9:36 to play here.
They got 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field, leaving a lot of room for number 1 at the top of the screen.
Yeah. Ooh. And that, again, we're not being critical, but you just went through 2 timeouts, and that can't be the play call, right?
It was obvious. That's why they lined up the 3 wide receivers down here and left all that room, and for number 1 at the top of the screen. So they were coming to the pass at the top of the screen. He just got to get rid of it fast. What I think the issue there was the play action run didn't allow him to get rid of the ball as fast as he wanted to. No need to play action there. I mean, it was 3rd and long. Play action on 3rd and long is not necessary.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the kind words there. So Tyler Johnson will come on as we look for the first points of the game in this one. Johnson, ball will be spotted at the 12, so it'll be about a 22-yard field goal. Nothing is a given when it comes to the kicking game, or really in football in general. 9:30 to play in the first half. No score here. And the kick is up, and it's good. So with 9:26 here in the opening half to play, the Orlando Phantoms take a 3-0 lead. We're not going to step away. We're just going to hit the mute button for just a second. We'll be back with the kickoff here in just a minute.
All right, we're back on, Alan.
Yep.
You know, something that was discussed just recently up here is the big running back for Columbus right now, Eric Ziegler. He's got 5 carries for 62 yards,
52,
correct? 52 yards.
52.
5 carries for 52 yards. And we were kind of discussing, like, that's great stats. But the 2 biggest stats that aren't there is both 4th and 1s, he didn't touch the football. He was off the field on the sideline.
And as Brian said, that's where the Phantoms ended up with the football is like a turnover.
Yeah, exactly, because both times they end up with the football on their side of the 50.
Right.
You know, so to me, those have been crucial coaching mistakes by Columbus. And then on the Phantom side, we're just not connecting when we get in the red zone. A lot of miscommunication.
All right, that ball is picked up at the 32 here and brought back out to the 49. That's number 5.
Octavius Hampton.
Octavius Hampton on the return there. Hampton.
So, yeah, it looks like they might be bringing in a 3rd quarterback now, the Columbus.
Out of Carver High School.
Number 17, Charles Drinkard. Looks like he's checking in. 6'2", 207 out of Tuskegee University.
Tuskegee out of Alabama. Just up in the Atlanta area 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Still, I tell you, it's such a difference between like Orlando and Atlanta right now. It's in terms of everything downtown was like closed. It was just strange. Loved the city, great city. Just wanted to see more of it while I was there.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, some of these cities you want to go visit right now are just still closed down and having issues with the COVID.
Yep. 1st and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. Their own turns, gives. Oh, goodness. I'll tell you what. That's rock'em sock'em tackles right there. The ball carrier was number 21. And go ahead.
He just 30. What was that? Jeremy Spencer just came up and rocked him.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing, though. You got to wrap.
No doubt. He definitely delivered a blow, though. I mean, that's the way to introduce a running back to the quarter.
Yeah. No doubt. A good play by the back to stay on his feet until he was just crushed from the backside. 8:41 to play.
Yeah, I watched this quarterback warm up in the thing. He had a stronger arm out of all 3 quarterbacks. He's a much bigger body, so I imagine they're going to loosen him up and try to let him start throwing the ball here in a minute. At 6'2", 207, he's a big guy.
And apparently can get out of pressure. Throws down the field. Intercepted. Way to tiptoe the sidelines. That's an outstanding interception by the Orlando Phantoms. We'll get the number there in just a second, but they don't come any prettier than that. Looks like number 30 there. Is that 30?
Number 30, sir. Gibson Francois.
Gibson Francois.
Yeah, good job keeping his feet and staying in bounds there. You know, not only that, it was a good job. You know, the quarterback rolled out. He stayed with the receiver. He didn't allow nobody to get behind him. 3 weeks ago, that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's where we saw a lot of issues with the last 2 games that we covered was a lot of breakdown in the secondary. So it looks like they have definitely fixed their issues in the secondary.
Yeah, that was just a great job. Good concentration, kept his feet in bounds, tiptoed backwards, and held on to the football. Now to be 1st and 10 for the Phantoms. Ball at the 6-yard line here. 3-0 Orlando on top thanks to a Tyler Johnson 22-yard field goal.
Yeah, this is where you definitely don't want Noah to make any mistakes. You know, don't try to make a big play, stuck on your own 5 here.
Oh, no, I might let him take a shot across the middle here.
Nah, I don't know if I would do that. Not with a first-year.
That's a quarterback talking.
Not a first-year starter. Give him some space to work with first.
Remember Trent Dilfer in that 2000 AFC Championship game where he hit Shannon Sharp for that 98-yard touchdown. I said, look for my tight end. Bam!
But how many times did Trent Dilfer do that?
I think that was the only time in his entire life.
Only in college did he do that. He didn't really do it in the pros.
Right.
I like that call there. I mean, ISO or blast, whatever you want to call it, up the middle, trying to give yourself a little breathing room. I'd come back probably with the same play. Not asking much out of Noe other than just don't lose the football game on a silly call.
And you know what? He'll make a big play.
Oh, it will. It's going to come. I think it's going to come, and it'll come at the right time as long as he stays patient.
2nd and 8 now for the Phantoms.
I got a toss sweep I think we're going to see here.
Nope.
No, play action.
There it was. Huh?
There you go. He put it on the money.
Yes, he did. Nice play by Noe.
A little slant out of the number 1 receiver on the bottom of the screen.
Maurice Thomas out of Alderson Brodus University with the catch, and that's a Phantom first down. And now they're out to the 20. They've got they no longer have the goalpost, shadows of the goalpost on their backs. The Phantoms in the all black tonight with the orange trim, and Columbus in all white. Orlando moving left to right on your handheld device, or whatever you happen to be watching us on here tonight on the Brevard Sports Network. 6:41 to go here, and the Phantoms with the ball and a 3-0 lead. Noe barks out the signals, turns, gives. Ooh. Nice stop.
Yeah, a lot of pressure up the middle. He had nowhere to go. But what I saw there, we almost had a fumble.
Yeah.
Phantoms almost fumbled the ball there. Ball started to pop loose. He did a great job of re-snatching back down on that ball, Garnett did, or else that would have been definitely a turnover.
That was a great play there by number 40 for Columbus. And Columbus, that would be, let's see here, that would be Zachary Jackson with the big play there. And that's a 5-yard loss, so it's 2nd and 15 following Jackson's big hit.
Back to the little 4-wide set that they're used to running, the Phantoms are. They were getting a lot of pressure off the zone read up the middle, and that's where they were successful, but I think they're going to start switching over to the passing game right here.
Looks to throw. Noe under pressure. Good job by Noe. He steps up, still on his feet, slides, and he's going to pick up 10 of the yard, and that's going to be a penalty against Columbus. That's going to tack on 15, and that is going to be an Orlando Phantom first down. Can't go after the quarterback's head.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think we got a holding call back there in the pocket, that which allowed Noe to get away. So if it is a holding call, we're probably going to have offsetting penalties, repeat 2nd down.
That's right. There is the piece of laundry on the field there for that one. And that's indeed.
They're marking it backwards.
Well, both penalties were against Orlando.
They're saying late hit on Orlando also.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that came from, but okay. If anything was late today, it was the officials.
Now they're going to take the worst of the 2 penalties, which was the holding penalty behind the line of scrimmage.
And not the late hit, huh? I thought that was 15 yards. 2nd and 25 now. 5:20. Now you got to be careful.
Yeah, this is a crucial zone right here. We don't need a turnover. We just need to understand that we've got the lead right now. If you have to accept punting the football in this zone, you can.
Cornerback showing blitz. He does bring it. Off the side. Got him. Safety. Great play there. They got him.
Yeah, that's the hot read that Noe saw in the first quarter. Remember in the first quarter was hot read corner was coming. He saw it, hit the quick slot, quick receiver off that pass. This time he didn't see it, had his back to it, and gets sacked in the end zone for a 2-point play by Columbus.
Yeah, that's a tough one there. 4:47, and it's 3-2, and the free kick is coming.
So right now we literally have a hockey score.
Well, yeah, that or a baseball.
Baseball score, however you want to look at it.
A 2-run bomb. Who was the player that got him? That was number 3 that came off the edge for, that would be Gerard Gilbert, or I'm sorry, Jaquavius Lynn out of Eufaula High, if I'm saying that correctly. So a great play by him. And you know what I liked about that was a good, first of all, he got down over there, kind of hit himself on the line. And then when he got in there, Coach, he wrapped up and made sure that Noe couldn't at least get the ball back out beyond the goal line, where a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, the referee's always going to give the benefit of the doubt to the quarterback and not call that.
And he timed it well, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good timing. He didn't rush it. He was patient when he approached the line of scrimmage. A lot of times, DBs like to rush it because they're excited. They're about to blitz and get a big sack. He did a great job on that one.
Yep. And Ryan Johnson, free kick, good free kick. Ball will be fielded at about the 34, taken out to 35-40. Gets it out to the 45, across the 50, down to about the Orlando 47-yard line, and that's where number 5. That was number 5. So let's see. He said it was number 5. So that was Travis Jones out of Hardaway High. Hardaway High is a lot easier to say than Eufaula High. So Travis Jones with a good play there. Travis, 5'9", 170 pounds.
Yeah, this is a crucial series right here. I'm curious what quarterback they bring in. I'd bring back the big. They do have the same quarterback back. So they got Charles Drinkard back in. You know, Charles last series out threw an interception, tried to make a big play happen. DB did a good job staying deep with his receiver, but they're giving him a second chance. He's got an empty set, no tailback in the backfield.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting play call here on first down. He take a shot maybe, looking to keep that momentum and make something big, and that's a quick out to the wide receiver on the far sidelines, and he scurries down the sidelines, picks up 8 yards. Coach?
It's a smart play. I mean, he just got done throwing an interception, so you want to come back with a short pass to build his confidence back up. On top of that, you know, you got quick pass like that, you got the blockers. We call that a little short shield or a quick screen. You got the extra blockers out there, and sometimes a quick 2-yard pass turns into a home run. Especially right now in this 5-wide receiver set, you know, we're playing without a safety. We're playing man zero, so the Phantoms do not have a safety on the field. Their safeties are locked in the man coverage.
And I don't think he saw – well, he has to see it. That's a good job there. And, again, just a couple of quick, short passes. That was number 9 on the catch there. Jalen. It could be Alex King. Was that the quarterback?
The reason why we see it is we got 2 9s, 2 8s, 2 7s, 2 6s, so we got to kind of distinguish which one it is by height. We got to look down there and see how tall he is real quick.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's the 9, that's the 6'2" one, so that would be Alex King.
Alex King on the catch. So it's 1st and 10 now, ball at the 32-yard line of the Phantoms, and here they go.
Yeah, you can see we're still going man zero set. A lot of cushion touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. Missed coverage, caught, touchdown. Total miscommunication in the secondary, and that's as easy of 6 points as you'll see a quarterback to a wide receiver at any level.
Yeah, that's it. You know, we could have I mean, it's not being, but we could have gotten a young quarterback, a freshman, sophomore out of high school, could have made that throw. My confusion comes from we have no safety. They got 5 DBs locked up with 5 receivers. So if they are running zone, which the miscommunication looks like they're running zone, why are you running zone without a safety? Why are you walking your safeties up? If they're running man, then it's pretty simple. The guy ran a deep route. Your guy runs, he runs. I mean, we tell our DBs in high school all the time, you know, man coverage is about as simple as it gets. If the guy runs over to the hot dog stand to get a hot dog, you should be putting mustard on his hot dog for him because that's how easy man coverage is. You go where he goes.
Right.
And we didn't see a zone or man on that one.
Yeah, he was just all by his lonesome. Didn't even see it. Who caught that? Brian, did you see that? Yeah.
It happened so fast we weren't even able to see it.
Yeah, and the kick is good, and the score is 9.
No, they're saying no good. No good.
Oh, they say no good.
Wide left. Florida stated it.
All right, Florida stated it. I like it. 8-3 now. So a couple of grand slams and a 3-run bomb in this one. And with 3:17 to go, in the first half, the Columbus Storm have scored 8 unanswered points to take an 8-3 lead on a safety and a 33-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, most of the young guys don't know what it means to say Florida stated it.
Yeah.
You know, Florida State, you never heard of Sebastian Janikowski if it wasn't for wide right, wide left. What happened like 3 years in a row? Wide right, and then wide left.
It couldn't happen anymore.
And then Florida State said, you know what, we're going to go out and find a kicker, and they found probably one of the largest kickers and humanly known in Sebastian Janikowski, who definitely was not wide right or wide left.
No, he just kicked it out of the stadium.
Yeah. So all you young guys, look that up. Look at the series between Florida State and Miami and how many times that series came down to a final kick that was wide right.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Back in the heydays when, you know, Bobby Bowden was competing with, you know, Jimmy Johnson for the national championship. Whoever won that game was definitely a shoo-in for a shot at the national championship.
Yes, indeed. It's the way it went.
You know, I just remember that. I remember one game watching Tunnel Screen. You know, Peter Boulware came out of nowhere and destroyed the Miami receiver on a tunnel screen in that game. There were some violent hits from both sides of the football game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Michael Barrow Peter Boulware. There were some linebackers between those two schools that came out.
I'll tell you what, I was blessed growing up, or not growing up, but as an adult in Baltimore, and covering the Ravens and watching the Ravens to follow Peter Boulware's career. And he's not only an outstanding player, but just an outstanding man. Here's the kick. And this will be taken deep at the 3. Great kickoff. Taken at the 3-yard line. Good coverage. And he manages to get out to the 20, does Maurice Thomas. But with 3:08 to play in the first half, it is 8-3. And Orlando's got some work to do here.
Yeah, I'm not really disappointed with the offense right now. I mean, they've had sparks of brilliance in their offense. Noe has done a good job with his short passing game. Obviously, struggling in the long passing game, part of it. They've had some really good opportunities in the running game. They're just struggling when they get across the 20. That's even from the goal line to the 20. They're brilliant. Across the 20, they start to lay an egg a little bit, and that's very curable.
Well, that's like saying that I know how to put my ATM card in, but I don't know my PIN code.
Yeah, you could say that. It's also, the phrase I use with my guys all the time. It's like going to the buffet,
right,
getting 2 massive plates. You sit it down at the table and you forget to eat.
Forget to eat it, right? You forget the utensil.
Yeah, you got to put it in your belly for it to count.
1st and 10 from the 20. Little wide receiver screen there, and flags fly, 2 of them.
Yeah, it's a quick little bubble screen outside. The key to these bubble screens, though, is your receivers must block. Rather than, block there, it appears he had a holding call. So not only is it going to be a loss of yardage, they can take this penalty 10 yards. We're looking at probably either 1st and 20. I would take the penalty here and take the 1st and 20.
Jatarius Moore read that bubble screen nicely. He limps off, but under his own power. 3:02 to go. And that's the other issue that the Phantoms are facing in this half. They certainly are playing a lot from behind the sticks because of penalties.
Yeah, penalties have killed them. Bad decisions at the wrong time have killed them. The kicking game is crucial. Changing fields. That kick we just saw to their kickoff was beautiful. I mean, he obviously missed the extra point, but he's got a strong leg for Columbus. And our kicker has the same leg, too. It's right now the way the defenses are playing, it's whoever gets the ball closest to the end zone might be the more successful team in the second half.
And that's another great play up the middle there by the defense.
So I think right here what we're seeing is kind of a lack of confidence in the experience that Noe has and the play calling.
Yeah.
We're seeing some simple runs even though they're way behind the sticks rather than just trying to take one seam route. The one thing I see that is open is the skinny post or throwing your slot receivers across the middle of the field is there. But that's a tough throw for a quarterback, staying into the pocket and zipping one. He's got to be able to get it over the linebackers' heads, but yet put enough zip on it the safety you don't have time to catch up to it.
Isaac Austin is having himself a game for Columbus from the linebacker position. He was that guy that made that tackle there, and it's 2nd and 20 still. Noe looking, throws, caught. Good job. Sorry about that. I went a little far on the camera, but it's going to caught by number 1, Clarence Williams. And did I see another flag fly?
Yeah, we saw a flag. I'm not really sure what it is. He picked it up real fast.
Well, it's still one down there on about the 9-yard line on the far side of the field.
It appears to be on the Phantom.
Legal man downfield.
So what's happening there is the number 2 receiver is being covered up by the number 1 receiver. And because of that, he's an illegal receiver. One of those guys have got to be clearly off the ball.
Good explanation.
And you see the receiver right now. He's talking to the referee, trying to say, I was off. But, what you do is you look over at the referee, you say, I'm on or I'm off. If the referee punches his hand backwards, meaning towards your quarterback,
right,
that tells you you're off the ball. If he doesn't punch his hand, he's telling everybody you're on the ball.
Right.
And that's how you could tell whether you're covering somebody up or not.
Gotcha.
And then your inside receiver should look over, go, oh, no, he doesn't punch his hand, which means he's on the ball. Therefore, the second receiver needs to step off the ball. You can't have them both covered up.
All right, that's going to make it 2nd and a trip back to Columbus for a first down for the Phantoms. From the end zone, careful, they don't blitz, but he throws it down the sidelines. I tell you what, that was just a great play to prevent the interception. The outstanding coverage there provided by Tatarius Grimsley Jr. out of Ashford High School, and that's going to bring up 4th and forever.
Yeah, and that throw is tough. I mean, I said the throw that's there is down the middle.
Third and forever. I'm sorry, 3rd and forever.
Yeah, he's throwing the long ball down the sideline, against man coverage, and that's what he's got is tough because either your receiver's got to be extremely wide open or you got to be able to put it on the money. He's got a lot of air on his ball, which allows that DB to be able to have plenty of time to catch up with the football. I'm going to look more towards post down the middle of the field. That was what was open on the last play was a post down the middle of the field. Unfortunately, had the penalty on it.
Well, me personally, and look, I absolutely, we love the coaching staff, but it's our job up here to call it as we see it with Coach Scarlatti and his coaches down there. With this time left, 1:15 to go, I don't understand why they're not running the ball and trying to take time off the clock and just punting it out of here.
No, I agree. You don't want to give Columbus any kind of momentum by giving them the ball with any time left. Back-to-back runs, you could have ran the clock dead.
You just threw 2 incomplete passes. Now it's 4th down. The clock is stopped. Now you got to punt from your own end zone. I don't, And again, I love Coach Scarlatti, and I love all the coaches. And Coach will tell you he knows it's our job to do this. But I don't understand those 2 play calls.
You're right. Clock management is tough. I mean, we've seen coaches at every level, ranging from high school all the way up to the professional level, mismanage their clock. Things that you do to help yourself there is watch football. I'm not being rude there, but I like to watch a lot of football games. I like to scenario it, sit there and go, okay, would I call a timeout here? Would I not call a timeout here? Would I run the ball here to try to get some clock management in? It's the only way to get good at clock management is to kind of replay it through your head as much as you can or have a lot of situations where you're in it.
And it's easier for me to sit up here and play Monday armchair quarterback. These guys do a great job. I mean, I love them all to death. But, again, it is also my job to question that. Nice punt. As much as he could, that ball's going to take a bounce. Cross the 50, fielded at the 47, and out. Oh, my goodness gracious, to the 40. And
I'll tell you what, you got to give your punter a high five on that one. He had guys in his face.
Player of the night so far.
Still beautiful punt with guys in his face, regardless of the fact they got a 15, 20-yard return out of that. It's most punters panic there. They shank it. The other team has the ball around the 30. Instead, they got to drive about 40 yards to get a first touchdown. I like that. He got that ball away. He was close to getting blocked.
Now, you've got 50 seconds to go in the first half, and Columbus has the ball on the 36-yard line. So they got the ball on the 36-yard line. Opportunity here for them to get points before the half. They lead it 8-3. Couple of 2-run home runs.
Yeah, this is where the clock management issue is in. Because if they would have ran the ball both times, even if Columbus calls both their timeouts, now Columbus is in the same situation with no timeouts.
Right, exactly right. So, you win one way or the other.
Yeah.
And now it's an empty set, and they're going to I guarantee you they're going to try to press confusion again in the secondary, and there is no safety in the middle of the field.
Yeah, again, man zero, no safety in the middle of the field. There's no confusion in coverage here. Good coverage. I just, again, I know they're gambling. I know that you got to say the gambling man, a lot of times is going to hit big. Sometimes
know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
And as a defensive staff here, they like to blitz. They like to gamble and give you a man zero and bring the house. But right now, with the time on the clock, I want to use a safety, if not 2 safeties back there, because I don't want a mistake to happen like happened last series.
Amen.
Because right now, the only reason why Columbus is winning is not them. It's the mistake that was made in the secondary last series. And I do not want to repeat that mistake based on communication by going man zero.
Especially with 44.3 seconds to go in a half when things are hectic anyway.
And then when you hear us say man zero, the word they're manning it up with 0 safeties. Now, it looks like they're still man zero. Fade ball down the sideline.
Has him. Quarterback hits him. It's quarterback. That's a touchdown.
Yeah, that's really a pretty throw.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty throw. It hit him on the fingertips. He's got to leave his feet and catch that football there. But, again, that goes back to that's what man zero gives you. No safety over the top to make a play on that ball. It's just one-on-one with the DB and the receiver.
So now it's 33.2 seconds to go, and they've got, I think, one timeout left or two. They've got two timeouts left. The Storm have two timeouts left. So I'd even look for something across the middle here, maybe try to pick up, see if that dump-off pass to my running back to see if he can maybe go get the first down, take a timeout, and then try to work my way down the middle of the field again. At the very least, you walk out of here with an 11-3 lead and a touchdown and a 2-point conversion ahead.
I agree. And he's probably going to be looking down here at the bottom of the screen where the 3 wide receiver set is for some sort of inside route, like you just said, some kind of crossing route. Bottom of the screen.
Same thing.
Incomplete pass. I mean, that's what I don't call against man zero. I mean,
right.
Man zero, it's hard to call a shield because the guy should be in his face fast. Now, a lot of teams have what they call a play action off that, or what they call a CUDA, or a shield and go. They'll fake that shield and then run the other receiver deep with the hope that everybody's biting on that. They might be setting that play up for this one here, a little shield and go.
Well, we're going to find out because they're going to get one crack at it here. 29.4 seconds to go in the half, and it's 8-3, fourth down, and it doesn't really matter. Let's see what they do if they try to go for a first down and take a timeout, or if they're going to go.
I think they're bringing the kicker on. Number 12 is their kicker. They started to walk him onto the field.
If they bring him on and they try a field goal, it would be snap is 7 yards, 43. It's a 53-yard attempt.
That's a monster kick now.
You're not kidding. That's a monster.
That is the kicker talking to the referee right now. I got a feeling they're going to try for this 53-yard field goal. He does have,
he's got the kicking ball.
I didn't bring my grass with me, so I don't know which way the wind is blowing.
The wind's blowing straight at us. It's blowing across the field, and it does look like he's walking back off. So they switched the balls up. They changed the play.
He's still on the field. They're going to punt it.
Oh, okay.
They're going to punt it.
Wow. Okay.
Unless this is a fake punt.
Could be.
They're going to. All right, they were satisfied with just not giving the Phantom any opportunity to put one in the end zone and making them go 70, 80 yards to try to score a touchdown with 20-something seconds.
22.8 seconds to go in the first half. Confusing me. But that's not hard to do.
No, it's not easy to confuse me. I mean, not hard to confuse me either. I mean, just.
But that was just a confusing set of circumstances.
You know where I get confused the most?
Where?
Is at the Girl Scout cookie stand.
Oh, why? Because you don't know what to pick?
Yeah, because I tell you what, man, it's where I get really confused all the time. Is because I can't remember which peanut butter one I like.
Okay.
I can never, because I always tell them, the one of the two I really like and the other one I don't.
I don't, right.
And I'm like, they never let me have a sample before I buy it. And that bothers me. So I start to get confused, and I'm like, I end up buying both of them, and then I figured out that's the one I like, and then I got to wait another year to figure it out again.
What are they up to, about $14 a box now?
Well, I don't know. It depends on the tax break they're getting, because they're definitely not giving us a price break. It is about $14.87.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of going up like gas. Every year you got to expect another $2 more for the Girl Scout cookie boxes.
And I love the Girl Scouts. They're a great organization.
Absolutely. Right. I love the
cookies. First and 10. We're getting in trouble now for knocking the Girl Scout cookies.
No, we didn't do anything bad.
We did not. And that's a good run there.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice of play. You can't be dumb really right here and force a turnover.
No.
Just get out of the half, go in and talk to your team, because you really haven't had a bad half when it comes to most of your offense. Again,
defensively, you've played well except for the one
bust.
One bust.
And you've heard me say it beginning. I said we haven't seen that normal bust that we've seen in the secondary yet.
Yeah.
And it's come. That's the very common for the Phantoms this year, is having 1 to 2 secondary busts a game. And the other common thing that we've seen is the inability to put the ball in the end zone once they cross the 20. That's where Brown being gone hurts them, because inside the 20, a mobile, athletic quarterback can score at any time. And that's where Brown is the man when it comes to that.
15. We saw it in the last game we did here against the Georgia Knolls.
Yeah, Brown pulled it and scored. Yep. Twice, I thought. I'd like to see him get the ball more. To me, every time that Quadre Hearns has the football, he's fast, he's elusive, he's not a very big guy, but he catches these little quick screens, and he takes them 15, 20 yards.
Yeah.
And what it's going to do is you look at the defense right now, the safeties are deep. They're extremely deep, and that's because of the timing and the half right now. But if they keep doing that in the regular downs, when they come out in the second half, that's going to keep drawing that safety up. You keep drawing that safety up, you're opening up the middle of the field for those post routes, which are easier for Noe to throw.
Close games are something that the Columbus Storm are extremely familiar with. They beat the Steel City Raptors and the Alabama Wolfpack by a combined 4 points, 26-23 over Steel City and 7-6 over Alabama. They would lose to the three-time defending Apdfl champs, Mississippi Dynasty, 22-0, but then have since bounced back with wins over East Alabama, 17-6, and a 2014 win last Saturday over the Atlanta Tigers at Harrison Stadium in Phoenix City, Alabama. So there is 10.8 seconds to go. It's an 8-3 Storm lead.
Now, the one thing as we go in, I was waiting until the end of the half to show you, and I'll probably tell you after the snap. But I see you're kind of irritated, and I've been irritated over these numbers.
Yeah.
That's the uniform we're getting next year, my friend.
Oh, good Lord. That ain't much different.
And the reason why he's saying that, everybody can see, I haven't showed you. Look at it. I told you he's going to lose him.
He's got a chance to score.
I want to see him get the ball in his hands way more. He's
still
alive.
on his feet.
Pulling the old Marcus Allen
Look
trick.
at him. That's as good a run as you're going to see. That run is going to be about 30 yards, but really it went for about 140 from left and right. Go ahead and tell him why.
Yeah, and the reason why he chuckled at that is I just showed him our away uniforms for Vieira High School next year, and he's about to show you. They got gold numbers. It's a white jersey just like you see with gold numbers. Ours is going to be outlined with a green frame, so it shows that a little better.
And guess what network just happens to be the broadcast home of the Vieira Hawks next year? Yep, you guessed it, right here, Brevard Sports Network. All right, we're going to head to the half here. It is 8-3. Columbus on top. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be back with the start of the second half here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back here to Tom Story Field at Lake Brantley High School. And I tell you, Coach, it's been an interesting first half as the Columbus Storm lead it 8-3. Let's go over the first half numbers as the Orlando Phantoms will receive the second half kickoff. Phantoms with 9 first downs to Columbus's 4. Your rushing yards, 12 carries for 38 yards for Orlando, 11 carries for 59 yards for Columbus. Penalty yards, and this is the killer, 93 for Orlando, 48 for Columbus. Total yards of offense, 131 for the Phantoms, 107 for Georgia, for Columbus. Completions attempts, Orlando 9 for 18, 1 interception. Columbus 3 out of 9, 2 turnovers. Total plays 30-20. Time of possession, Orlando 8 minutes on top of Columbus, 19 minutes to 11 minutes, Coach.
You know, I think what you see there is really neither offense can get a good rhythm. Both offenses are shooting themselves in the foot. I think Columbus shot themselves in the foot on their 2 fourth downs when they chose to run those tricky sneaks, I guess I would call them, rather than the big boy who has 54, they're 59 yards. Mm-hmm. And I think in Orlando's case, what's killing them is they move the ball decently, you know, until they get to the 20, and then they just shoot themselves in the foot as soon as they cross the 20. So it's almost useless yards because it's like we had said earlier. I mean, to get to the dinner table and forget to eat, is doesn't do any good. The score on the board is what counts, not the yard you put on the field.
I want to apologize to the No family. We've been calling the quarterback Noe. He will be known by his real name in the second half, Landon No.
I think what we did discover, though, is as you know, Hearns for the Phantoms is a very electric player. I've been, thinking for a while now, let's find a way to get the ball in his hands. He had, a lot of the excitement we saw in those last 3 or 4 plays was his inability to get tackled in the open field. He's very quick. Almost made a miraculous play towards the end, and I'd like to see him get the ball a lot in the second half.
This ball will be fielded at about the 6. Brought out. Across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, down the sidelines, and a big return to start the second half by the Phantoms.
Yeah, Maurice Thomas did a good job right there. He caught the ball, just literally took one step and hit the edge. There was a clean edge for him to turn there, and if it wasn't for the effort out of the kicker knocking him out of bounds, he could have taken that one to the house. But a good starting field position here for the Phantoms.
Now, I'd like to see them come right back with the offense they started the game with. Getting Landon back in a rhythm, 5, 6, 7 yard outs, hitches, screens, whatever, and get him in a comfortable rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one to use, find those 5-yard hitches and those quick passes to 15. I'm telling you, the Quadri Hearns is a very elusive guy to be able to tackle in the open field. I would find a way to get him the ball and let him make people miss.
No doubt. In the backfield to start is going to be LaShawn Garnett and William Snell as well. Kind of offset backfield here. And No is under center here.
It's kind of like their power running set. They run a little power play up the middle. Kick out, gets about 2 or 3 yards. Maybe this is the coach's way of trying to settle Noah a little bit, No. Trying to get No to not make mistakes and settle him by putting his 2 back, under center set here. I don't know how long they stick with this because
Well, here's the thing too. Maybe this is what he's comfort. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is the offense he comes from.
Yeah, this could be what he ran at the Villages. And it could be where he's comfortable, what he did in college. We'll see.
All right, 2nd and 7 now to start. Or not to start, but 2nd and 7 here. We are just starting the second half. 14:09 to play, third quarter. Ball on the Columbus 38. No from the gun now, so that takes all that theories out. He throws down the field, and that's going to be a pass interference penalty, and that will be a 15-yard automatic first down.
Yeah, that's, fortunate up there to get pass interference on the underthrown ball. Receiver did a great job putting his foot in the dirt and trying to come back to that ball. DB never made an attempt to play it, make a play on the ball, allowing him to be in a pass interference. I think with the rules that we play, it's just going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yep, I think that's what it is. We've debated this before, whether it's college or NFL. We found out it's college.
Yeah, they're marking off 15 rather than spotted the foul like it is in the NFL.
So this will put the ball near the red zone, and I'd almost like to see them score from here based on the issues they've had inside the red zone tonight. But, look, they spent a long time at halftime huddled up in the end zone. So I'm sure there were adjustments made. No, we'll be back in the shotgun again. He's going to have 2 wide receivers. They'll be split equally to each side. LaShawn Garnett to his right, the offset back. Number 35 is William Snell.
Yeah, they got Snell in there as a blocking back. You know, he's in there. It's keeping pressure off No's able to have more time to throw the football. Good choice right there, trying to throw the ball to, out of the backfield to Garnett. Garnett just wasn't able to handle it, and we got an incomplete pass.
And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 25.
I think what they're doing here, by bringing the tight end in the game, having the extra fullback out there and Snell, they're protecting No. They're allowing No to have a little bit more time, not having to rush his ball.
Shipping blockers.
Yeah, and he throws a good ball when he feels protected. He started to lose protection in the second quarter, which was rushing balls. So that's how they're settling him down. They're settling by bringing the extra blocker in, by going under the center a little bit, which they're under center right now.
Straight up the middle and greeted angrily, I might add, by number 91, who is actually I actually know who this is now. It is number 45 on our roster, Renard Swiney, and Swiney with a big stop to force a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, now we're into an obvious passing situation here. I don't want to see a play-action pass. Last time that, in the first quarter, I remember a play-action pass on 3rd down. He remember when they tried to hand it up, fake the handoff, and he was rushed. Just go straight to the throwing game here. Don't try to fake anybody.
With 38 rushing yards, they haven't been successful enough in the running attack tonight to pull off a play-action.
Yeah, I'd agree. We just let him get the ball in his hands, square up and find his receiver. They have the extra blocker out there. They're under center, though.
You got man coverage down here at the bottom of the screen. Keep your eye on that. That's Maurice Thomas. Looking, throws. Oh, picked underneath. That's a good pick. I didn't see him.
But, again, I don't.
There was a play I didn't
see. The coaches know, I apologize, coaches, but I don't like the call.
Right.
One, in shotgun set, he never puts his back to the defense.
Right.
The one thing about being under center, throwing the football, NFL does a great job at it. Reason why they're NFL quarterbacks.
Right.
When you're under center, you put your back to the defense. Then all of a sudden you turn around.
Right.
And then your eyes have to instantly focus on the defense.
Right. No, I get that.
You're a young quarterback. It's not easy to do.
Right.
In the gun set, he's constantly facing the defense. He never takes his eyes off the defense. He has a better chance at making it.
He's picking.
Positive
he doesn't see that guy's not going to jump up and surprise him like we just saw.
Correct.
There.
So I just don't like the under center call right there. And not unless that was my usual offense. And this isn't the usual offense that we see out of the Phantoms.
No, that's true. That's true. So it'll be 1st and 10 following the 2nd interception of the game for Landon No. And the Columbus Storm will take over their first possession of the second half, 1st and 10 at the 41. Quarterback is
17.
Charles Drinkard.
I think they've settled with Charles. I think he's kind of more their passing guy, and I think that they figured out that what is going to be the positive offense that they want is more of a 2-back set with him at quarterback. He's a little bit more mobile, got a strong arm. I still would like to see him come back with the big guy. I mean, it was fun watching him in the first half, watching him run the football. So I would imagine at some point they got to bring him back in and get some more runs out of him.
That's Jatarian Moore there, the 5'8", 200-pound Troy University product. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1 after the gain of 9 here. 11:46 to play, 3rd quarter. Ball just across the midfield stripe on the Phantoms. 49. I had a bug fly in my mouth. Holy smokes. Like I'm riding a motorcycle down the street, a bug fly in my mouth.
This is when you get to see coaching. I like seeing second half adjustments. Who are the
Nice
guys
play.
that go out there and do that? Yeah, it was a great defensive play right there up the middle.
And again, the defense coming up big there for the Phantoms. Number 36 for Orlando. That is Malik Williams out of Dothan High.
Yeah, again, I don't see big Eric Ziegler coming on the field for Columbus, and that's the big guy that has 54 of their 59 rushing yards. So they're going to go at third and about 3 with the smaller running back in the backfield.
10:55 to play here in the third quarter. 8-3 is our score. No, that's not a misprint on the scoreboard. That's the score. 3rd and 4, as Coach said. 3-4 yards to go from the shotgun is Drinkard. Split backs. False start.
Looks like they're going to go like a little quick stop. Would have been there. The coverage was open. Unfortunately, they didn't get it in before the clock. So we're going to have a delay, -5, and we're getting into a 3rd and about 8 situation now.
So 3rd down and 8.
You know, Alan, that's where I say coaches kind of outsmart themselves.
Right.
I mean, we clearly saw that when they bring in Eric Ziegler, the kid, I'll call him a kid, the guy is good for 4 or 5 yards. Big bodied like that. You had a 3rd and 2, bring the big guy in, get your first down and reset the place, put him on the sideline and start again until you need another short yardage situation.
It's a basic go with what's gotten you there.
Yeah.
I mean, they're 59 yards, 52 of them were from him.
Yeah. So why go with something different? Go with what works.
Yep. So it's 3rd. I'm going to remind you of that next year.
100%. Remind me 1,000 times if you need to.
Say, Coach, what was up with the go with work thing? Blitz throws down the field, one-on-one coverage, and that's going to be, oh, wow. I got to tell you, I got to think they got away with one there.
That was good coverage, though. But, again, that's the gambling mindset of the Phantoms. They bring heat, so the quarterback ain't got long to throw the football. They have no safety back there. It's one-on-one coverage, and that was close to a catch. But you saw the DB was stride for stride with him, hip to hip, and made it an impossible situation to try to catch.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's going to bring up 4th and 8 now, and here comes the punter. And back deep will be 2 and 3, Michael Marshall and Maurice Thomas.
And we have definitely seen some beautiful punting tonight between both teams. Both teams have got quality punters. They have changed the field. And one of the reasons why the score is what it is, 8, is because neither team can get neither team can get a short field because of the kicking game.
Clock starts, 9:38 to go, and off. And that ball will be fielded at the 15, out to the 30, down the sidelines quickly, out to the 50, and he'll be brought down at the Columbus 47, 48-yard line. And I tell you what, the Phantoms have done a nice job in the return game to start the second half, but let's see if they can capitalize once again on the outstanding field position.
Yeah, that's 2 back-to-back good returns by Maurice Thomas. Both times Maurice Thomas has gotten about to the same point of the field. So both times the offense is able to start now on their side of the 50. Let's see if we can take advantage of it.
If you want to do play action, right here.
I like you just crossed the 50. A lot of coaches, as soon as they cross the 50, very first play they do on first down is like to do a play action pass.
I love a play action. Take a shot here.
Yeah, it trying to catch the defense on surprise, especially on a first down, and you cross the 50. So if you do get sacked, you're not killing yourself.
Jaquan Edgecombe comes in out of the University of Central Florida. He wears the number 12. Landon No in the backfield. I believe back there with him is... Who is that? Oh, and down he goes.
Yeah, he fumbled the snap. Snap hit him in the chest. He kind of fumbles the snap. What I like, though, is they had Hearns out there. Hearns in the slot was given plenty of cushion. I would try to find a way to get the ball in number 15's hands.
It looked like that was, who was that there?
27, the sack out of number 27.
27.
Which I don't see a 27 on their roster, sir.
Either.
And I don't see a 37, so we're not mistaken. It's just another New Jersey.
Not there. 2nd and 16 now for Orlando, and they are backed up beyond the 50 now. Ball at about the 48 of Orlando. Landon, no, gets rid of it.
Had a wide open receiver down the sideline.
He did.
Yep. He had a wide open.
But he had to get rid of the ball because Darius Graham snuck in off the corner again and leveled Landon.
And that's why we saw the last series they had the extra blocker in there.
Yep.
To try to keep that from happening. So it's kind of a catch-22. Do I take the extra blocker out of the game and give me the speed to where I can beat you in the secondary, or now I'm giving up the possible sack, or do I keep the extra blocker in there? Now I don't have the speed, to beat you in the secondary, and so it's kind of a chess game. They're trying to figure out what's the more positive way to get yardage.
8:26 to play, third quarter. 8-3 Columbus on top. 3rd and 16. Man, I smell that barbecue.
Yeah, we keep giving whiffs in the window, and it's definitely something that we ought to explore.
Yeah, well, we're going to explore it. Not we ought to. We gonna. 3rd and 16. No. Looks, fires, caught, dropped. Did he catch it?
Or he caught it, tried to get some yards, ends up slipping on the turf. We'll go ahead and have a conversation with Lake Brantley High School's principal about getting turf that doesn't slip.
And that'll be 4th and 8 now. I think you bring in Ryan Johnson here, but I see Landon. No, they're going to go for this.
And, and this, again, it's been a very successful game all night.
Flipping the fields.
I don't know if I like this call here. Just flip the field. They haven't been successful going on long drives against you, so make them go on the 80-yard drive.
Yeah.
You don't get the first down here.
Maybe even more than that.
Yeah.
Or maybe Landon knows going to pop a quick kick. And they blitz straight up the middle. Man open, caught.
They are going to get the first down here.
What do we know, right? What do we know?
They are going to get the first down here.
Nice play by Landon to pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Phantoms.
He throws a good ball when he feels time. And I'm saying feeling time. There's a difference between having time and feeling time. When he feels like he's not pressured, he throws a pretty ball.
Comfortable and confident.
Yeah. I see they're running number 8 on the field. They're running big Ziegler on the field, who's the running back. Also on Columbus, they ran him in at D tackle. So when he is on the field as a defensive tackle, he makes some plays. Eric Ziegler for Columbus.
Yep. No, turns, gives. Oh, my goodness gracious.
And who made the play?
Eric Ziegler.
Eric Ziegler.
He just come in and destroyed the Orlando running back.
Like I said, Eric Ziegler on both sides of the football field. When he's on the field, he makes plays.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's not coincidental. They just ran him on the field, and he smashes the running back for a 5-yard loss.
Goodness gracious. It was an hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah, definitely big Eric Ziegler to me right now. If you had to pick a player of the game, as a player of the game.
Yeah.
Offensively, he's been their powerhouse, and on defense, that's his 3rd time he's made a big play in the backfield.
2nd and 12 now for No.
Eric Ziegler with pressure again. No gets it away, hits the receiver right in the chest, Allen. We got to catch those balls.
Yeah.
I mean, it was almost like, I don't know if he thought it was going to hit the slot in his hands and the ball ended up hitting him in the chest. He's coming off the field, so it must have been fatigue. He couldn't catch it because he was tired. That's the one thing, it's frustrating about the passing game is your quarterback, your offensive line can do everything right. Ball hits the receiver and the receiver drops it. It's a lot of things have to happen for a successful passing game.
Easy, big guy. Easy. You're a defensive coach. Don't be picking on our wide receivers and quarterbacks all the time now.
It's something we do a lot, though.
Yeah,
we throw the ball a lot at Vieira. So
I hear you. 6:10 to go. 3rd and 12. No, drops back. Looking, throws. Nice ball. Good defensive play there by the DB at the last minute to leave his feet and make the play. That is number 11, Jamichael Williams, 5'9", 165 pounds out of Ashford High School.
Yeah, he definitely, you said 5'9" right there, but the way he just got up, he got up like a 6'4" guy because, he maximized his jump. He high-pointed that ball. And he had an open receiver behind him and made a beautiful play to keep that ball from getting to the receiver.
All right. If they went for it before, why not go for it now? And they are. So it's going to be 4th and 12, and the ball is going to be at the 35 of the Columbus Storm. 6:04 to go. Obvious passing situation here.
No throws well to his right. And he's got, Hearns down here. He's got Thomas down here.
Problem is just the short side of the field right now.
He's more comfortable throwing down here, though.
Under pressure and
corner blitz. He gets out of the corner blitz. He has a guy down the field.
Oh, picked. What a pick. That's just an athletic play there. I mean, it's 4th down, but still the stat goes for that's the 3rd interception, 2nd. And guess who that was? That was Eric Ziegler. Can you believe that? What a play by Big E.
Tell you what.
Did you see that play?
Some people know how to make plays.
Holy smokes.
Couple guys getting helped off the field. This is the one thing you see in summer pro. You see a lot of cramps happen.
Sure, these guys work all week.
They're working 5 days, 6-day weeks out in whatever they're doing. They don't have time to hydrate. They just jump in a car and show up to a game and give everything they got.
Next year for our Phantom broadcast, I'm going to have the ability to do instant replay. That is a dun-a-dant moment. I'm telling you, that was awesome.
Definitely. See how Columbus reacts to this, another turnover they've created. Again, we're seeing the struggle. As soon as we cross the 50, we're just struggling on offense.
5:55 to play in the 3rd quarter. And you know what? Columbus will take this the rest of the way, won't they?
Yeah,
20 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the game. They'll keep trading possessions.
Nothing. I mean, in their mindset, they're winning. Got a man 0 set, emptied the backfield with a tailback swinging left.
Goes
single
deep.
Receiver.
This is just go get it. He tried to moss him on that one.
DB did a great job. He's not letting the guy get behind him. Now, what I did see there is when they emptied the tailback out of the backfield. Did you see that right there?
Yeah, I did.
A linebacker did not run with him. They're running a man set here. Linebacker didn't run with him. I'd come right back with it. Send all 3 receivers deep, throw that ball to the tailback out of the backfield, and make him literally have a foot race.
Yeah.
Make the linebacker have to catch him in a foot race. Or what will happen is one of those DBs will step up trying to cover him, letting their guy run deep.
And there you go. So it's 2nd and 10 now, ball on the 35, 5:49 to play on the incomplete pass. They took a shot here. I doubt they're going to run it. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And they're either going to run it again. There you go. And this time they do cover it.
Now, look, did you see the wide receiver running deep down the middle of the field?
Yep.
A DB stepped up and let him go right down the middle of the field open. So this is where, I don't see neither coaching staff have headsets and see things from up top. We have a different view. Watching a football game from up top, you can see things like that all at once. That view can allow you to see the next play and call plays from up here is easy. So if they have a coach that saw that, they're probably going to come right back to that same play and try to hit that receiver down the middle of the field. And right now the Phantoms should be telling that DB, don't bite up on that tailback. That tailback ain't going to kill you. What's going to kill you is the deep route that scores a touchdown.
Yep, just like in the first half. 3rd and 10 now for Charles Drinkard, the quarterback. He's going to be all alone. This time the 3 wide receivers will be lined up to the right, 1 man. And I mean 1 man lined up way to the left. Drinkard steps up under pressure, gets rid of it, throws through the hands of both the receiver and the defensive back, and that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring out the kicker for another punt.
He's had a good night. He's punted very well tonight. Last 2 returns by Thomas have been very successful. Thomas had a great opening kick return. Last punt return, he had a great one. Let's see if we can get Thomas, to have another quality return and get the ball on our side of the 50 one more time.
All right. Unless they've made any adjustments, Thomas is so close to breaking one.
Yeah, so twice now.
Yeah.
And both times it's been one was on this side of the field, the other one was on that side of the field. So it hasn't been either single side there where there's a weak spot. He's just finding a good seam and he's going. We got a little communication on the punt team. They're missing 1 player.
You can't do that. Snap. Blocked. And the punter covers up at the 12, and the Phantoms take advantage of
missing player.
You
can't punt with 10 guys. If you punt with 10 guys, that's what happens. I mean, the player started to run on the field and then ran off the field. They were missing a player. They had a short edge because of it. Allowed the guy to come off that short edge and block the punt. And the other part is, the punter tried to recover the ball, fell on top of the ball.
And
it looks like he knocked the wind out of himself.
Well,
and you definitely don't want him hurt in a game like this that's going to probably come down to a kicking.
And it looks like it's number 31 that made the punt block there.
Number 31 for us would be Rob Gregory. defense in out of St. John's High School.
And now the Phantoms will take over 1st and 10 inside the 9-round red zone on the 11-yard line. They can get a first down, 5:28 to go. Let's see what adjustments have been made here, if any, in terms of being able to have success.
We're going with that 4-wide set, so they're keeping his eye on the football. I would imagine they're going to try to run the football right now with Garnett. Garnett's been pretty successful running the ball between tackles tonight. You know, Garnett between the tackles, what does he pick up, about 4 yards? I like the first call.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, this is where, again, I alluded to it back in the first quarter. We had this situation back in the first quarter, and No had an opportunity to pull the ball. And this is where Brown would pull the ball. Remember last game we covered Allen? Brown would pull the ball and score a lot in this situation. If conversation was done well at halftime, they probably talked to No and said, no, when you get the ball in the red zone, if we have a crashing defense that's crashing on our tailback, Garnett, pull it, run it in the end zone. This could be an opportunity for him to pull it and run it in.
Second down and 7. No, turns, gives again, straight up the middle, and ever so close to that first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 with 4:30 to go now. And I would imagine they're just going to turn and give and turn and give. And if I don't see Eric Ziegler on that field.
Coach, or Alan, we don't see Eric Ziegler right now. Eric Ziegler is on the sideline. Their playmaker is on the sideline.
And 91 is just checking in. So 91 just came. I was going to say I don't see 91 or Ziegler out there. 3rd and a yard. Oh, my goodness gracious.
I don't like the call.
My goodness gracious.
I don't know if this was called from the sideline, if this was the way the kind of the coaches are reacting, it may have been checked into it. It's just, Alan, why are we throwing the football there?
Coach, I don't have an answer for you.
The ball it's 3rd and
now
it's 1. It's 3rd and 1. You have an opportunity to get the first down. It's 3rd and 1, and you just took an 8-yard sack.
Now you got to kick the field goal. Not that that's a bad thing. But I would definitely kick the field goal here.
You had 2 opportunities to get a first down by running the football. You get the first down, you still have more opportunities because you had a first down inside the red zone. You decide to pull the ball up, throw the football to a slot receiver. He's not there, and you take a 9-yard sack. You at least got to throw the ball away.
I don't think there's any intention of kicking a field goal here. And now we may even be backed up more, have to waste the timeout here. I think they're going to have to burn a timeout.
They've checked in a new quarterback.
And indeed, it's going to be a timeout. So here's what we're going to do. On this timeout, we're going to step away. I'm going to take a quick commercial. We'll be back to see what happens here on the Brevard Sports Network. 8-3, Columbus on top. All right, we're back here, and what we think has happened here is we think that No may have checked into that play, and as a result, we'll spend a play off the sidelines here. And so it's 4th and 12.
Yeah, for me to see them check in Michael Marshall at quarterback might have been that Noah made a QB check or an audible check into that play where he took that big sack, and it's just it's not a good choice. There's no other way to say it. Not a good choice.
2:42 to go, 4th down, and the Phantoms are going for it. And guess what? And And that will be a turnover on downs. So somewhat of a goal line stand there, Coach, and don't understand why you didn't take the field goal there, or at least try it. And I keep kicking that, sorry. At least try it to get you to within 8-6, because it's obvious your defense is playing outstanding football.
Yeah, defense is lights out right now. If you take the field goal there, it's 8-6, which now sets you up for a field goal to win the game.
Exactly.
Offensively, we're just falling apart. There's no other way to look at it. Whether we're checking, and you see the coaching staff right now, they're talking to no on the sideline, and the body language tells me that
he checked
into that play. That was not a coach's call. That was a check into the play. Because
look, let me just say this, and I'm going to defend no here. As a former quarterback, I've done that. Now, I've also gotten the same reception he's gotten.
Absolutely. And as a head coach, when you give your quarterback the green light to make checks, you live or die by it. You're going to grind him when he makes the wrong check, but at the same time, there's going to be times they make great checks.
Right.
It's like either you're going to control the whole thing yourself as an offense coordinator and head coach, or you're going to give the green light to your quarterback to make checks.
I think you absolutely have to. If your quarterback's got ability, and no does, you have to allow your quarterback to be able to check. Now, you can't do that down there on the
not third one.
Not third one.
Yeah, not third one.
You can't do that.
Yeah, that's where, it's has to have what we call Madden intelligence.
Right.
The kids, when you play the Madden.
Right, the Madden.
So you had that intelligent quoting up there.
Right. No, I get it.
And that's the one where you got to say, look, it's 3rd and 1. If I hand the ball off, even if I get stuffed, we still have an opportunity for a field goal. If not, we go for it again.
The only check as a quarterback, honestly, and I'm being honest, the only check as a quarterback I would ever make in that situation is if I felt like I could definitely get that first down, and then I'd go silent count, bump my center on the butt, and keep the ball myself.
Yeah, or if it was a pass called, and I'm like, well, I don't know why coach called a pass. I'm checking back to a run.
I'm not throwing this thing here.
I'm checking back to a run.
Yeah, he's not doing that to me.
Yeah. No, that's you're right. I mean, that's where I'm like, well,
right.
Coach just put me in a bad situation. I'm checking to a run.
I'm not doing that.
It's just unfortunate because that we should have walked away with points on the board. Now, however you look at it, whether it's 3 points or a touchdown, we should have walked away with points on the board having 3rd and 1 from your own 2.
Yeah, at least 3.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we just up here, he said that was a waste of a punt block. And that is very true because that was a great blocked punt by the defense. And the defense has been doing it all night, putting the offense in great situations and just have not taken advantage of it.
5 times tonight they've gotten the ball in Columbus territory. And this is Ziegler.
Our favorite player on Columbus has checked in, Ziegler. And again, powered himself to about a 4-yard run. Go back to the first half. Why did they not do that twice on their 4th downs?
Yeah, that's 5 yards right there, and it's 2nd and 5. And with 2:15 to go, I just give it to him. I let him go over, get some water, take a play off, and bring him back in.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to need some water because from what we've saw in the first half, he's good for about 4 plays and then out for about 4 minutes.
I get it, and I get it. Look.
Hey, bringing 270 pounds to the table like that takes some energy.
Yes, it does. And you know what? He's skilled, though. We saw the jump cut earlier from him.
Light feet for 270 pounds, my friend.
Yeah.
I said, look, it reminds me of Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, and there he is. Look at him. Boom.
God, he just
still on his feet.
Power runner.
That's first down.
He takes hits. And the other thing is he doesn't shy away from the hit, and he's taking big hits from the Phantoms.
You can hear it up here.
Oh, yeah. So it's not like the Phantoms aren't throwing their heads in there trying to make tackles.
Right.
He is a load, and they are bringing a load to him when they hit him.
Yeah.
He's good for about 3 or 4 carries in a row, and then they clock him out for a little bit, and he goes over there and, gets some union time. He gets his 5-minute union break.
Right. That's funny.
That's what he is. He's a blue collar union worker. The way he's running the football.
Look at him. I mean, I love watching him play. And the interception was the best part of the night.
He's definitely my player of the night so far. Just for entertainment value alone.
1st and 10. Now he's playing quarterback. Look at him. He's going to throw it. He's like, no, you're not taking me down. You better get rid of it. He's still on his feet. I mean,
The guy is a horse. He hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Phantom defenders over there to tackle him.
I got a feeling he probably could throw it about 50 yards, too. All right, that's probably going to take us close to the end of the third quarter here. 8-3. We're either setting up for one of the most unbelievable fourth quarters of unique football you've ever seen here, or we're going to stay status quo. 17 seconds to go, 2nd and 12. Got to get rid of that, though.
Yeah, but we're,
right now,
to kind of defend our man Ziegler there. He's not a quarterback.
No, right. No, I get it. Right.
Look at him over the sideline. He's taking his union break on his back, trying to, just trying to get air. He just carried 7 defenders with him just to get it almost back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, final commercial break of the night. We'll be back at the start of the fourth quarter here on the Brevard Sports Network. Columbus 8, Orlando 3.
Hey everybody, Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. For the best in local Space Coast sports coverage, log on to Facebook and follow us at Brevard Sports Network. If you're looking for top-notch youth, high school, and college coverage, once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook. You'll see interviews, broadcasts, game previews, game recaps. You'll see it all. Once again, Brevard Sports Network on Facebook.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
23-time tag team champion from the Dudley boys, Devon Dudley. 15 on the clock, 8-3, final quarter here.
Definitely going to be an interesting fourth quarter coming up right here. They checked in their quarterback that they started the game with. What was that, number 17? Excuse me, I'll take that one back.
Drinkard's the quarterback.
It was Drinkard. Now they're checking in. Flow through my roster real quick. 18, wasn't it?
Oh, illegal substitution.
Broke the huddle with 12.
Yeah. Still got 12 on the field. Now the receiver comes off.
Yeah, they're bringing in Brennan Thompson at quarterback. Number 16, Brennan Thompson.
Been an entertaining football game. 11 combined points. If you had the over-under at 11, you know a lot more about the sport than I do.
Yeah, you're definitely correct on that one.
And here we go. 2nd and 20 now. From the gun. Uh-oh. Came back to it. They want flags. That's the other thing that drives me nuts with today's wide receivers.
Yeah.
The youngins, every time there's an incomplete pass, you can't be doing the hand motion up in the air like this to throw a flag.
It's the first thing they do every time.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's all the young guys. As soon as they're touched, they want to grab their hips and start acting like they're throwing a flag out. Look, guys, the game of football has been played a long time, receivers. And for a long time, receivers have been getting bumped, banged, and bruised.
Kerry Houston says, who is the quarterback?
The quarterback right now is
No. He was talking about when your guy was
it's trivia. We're going back to trivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing is you ask Michael Irvin, guys like Michael Irvin and how many times they got bumped and banged when they were going up for balls.
Yeah, I mean, look, it used to be a part of the game. 3rd and I guess about 18 now, 14:52 to go. This is only one big play away from either team throws. Oh, that was almost it. Sorry about that on the camera.
Yeah, they brought in Drinkard right there, so they're kind of moving quarterbacks around a little bit. Drinkard all of a sudden became the quarterback. Before that, literally the play before that, They had Thompson at quarterback. We have changed our coverage. That one, we had 2 safeties on the field. We went for the zone coverage with 2 safeties, keeping it safe. I like changing the coverage right there. Why give up a long man-on-man touchdown when your defense has played beautiful all night?
Well, here's where the Phantoms have had an outstanding night, and that's on special teams. They've had some good returns. They've had a block punt, and back deep again is Michael Marshall and Maurice Thomas. Thomas has done a nice job returning the ball tonight. So we'll see how this plays out. And again,
not
Coach,
enough guys on the field.
Well, I was going to say, and again, they're short a player.
Yeah, there's 4. They're 1 player short. They're 1 player short, and they literally the same situation they had last time, and the reason why the ball got blocked. Hey, you better call a timeout. Good call, timeout there, because last time you were a player short, the ball was blocked. And a block here turns into a touchdown.
Coach, I got news for you. They were 2 players short.
Yeah, now they're still at 10. They're another player short still.
They're still a player short.
So somebody on the sideline is getting oxygen when they should be out on the field for the punt team.
Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's
a block punt here's a touchdown or a safety.
I think it's one of the other. Block punt here is points on the board. You can't afford a block punt. That's why it was necessary to call this timeout. You know, the one thing you got to do during this timeout is you definitely need to count.
And that's the punter's job.
And he did. That's why he was the one that called the timeout.
Yeah.
I think, Alan, they're going to go out there with 10 guys still. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They have 10 guys on the field. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
9. They have 10 guys.
10 guys on the field.
So have 10 guys coming out of the timeout. He's counting again. He's like, look, are you kidding me?
Called a timeout to get a guy out there, and they didn't fix it. There's 10 guys.
And here he comes. He's going to run into your screen there, and there we go. There is the 11th guy. All right. And punt fielded at the 50, down to the 40, down to,
oh my
cuts
goodness.
it back. I would say we got flags flying from everywhere.
There's got to be. The hit that I just saw, unprotected player by Columbus, got his head taken off. I imagine they're going to call either an unprotected player or a clip right there. It's going to be 15-yard penalty on the
back them up. Yeah, they're going to back them up. The ball be at about the 40. But, Coach, regardless of where this ball's moved back to, once again, Orlando has the ball in Columbus territory.
3 straight series in a row where they had it in their territory.
5 of the last 7.
It's just at some point we have to take advantage of the short field to be able to get points on the board.
And Landon Noah's back in. 1st and 10 right now from the 30. They're going to walk it off, and that's exactly where the ball will be spotted, at the 40, but it is still inside of Columbus territory.
Yeah, this is the 4th straight series where the ball has been inside their 50. They had the opening kickoff return.
Yep.
They had the punt return.
Yep.
They had the block punt.
Yep.
And now this, even though they the 15-yard penalty, they still had a great punt return to put them inside the 50
and
for
before
4
the
straight
half,
row.
they threw the interception.
Yep, and the interception before the half. So 5 straight series where they've had the ball inside the 50.
Got to make it work here. No, from the gun. Ball's out on the ground, and guess what? Columbus has it.
I don't know.
That was a jet sweep of some sort. That wasn't a wide receiver. That was the running back coming on some kind of weird counter.
Outside zone. He was trying to run a hard outside zone. Ball. I don't know if it was putting his gut good enough.
He put it in his chest. He put it in his chest. He put it up high in his pads.
You've seen the offense just completely self-destruct. The offense has self-destructed 5 straight series in a row. It's you could just see the way the players are coming off the field. They're frustrated. They're upset with themselves. The defense has been playing great all night, but at some point the defense is going to get fatigued.
So it'll be 1st and 10 following and of all of the series that Orlando's had the ball inside of the 50.
And we have 10 players on defense right now, so it might cost us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're lining up out there with 10 players. We're missing a player. They're discovering it as we speak. They're looking for that extra player.
And here he comes.
They're going to play with 10. They're playing with 10. I'll tell you what, they played with 10 and had a beautiful
lucky.
play.
Yeah.
Played with 10 and still made a tackle for a loss.
Curtis Spikes out of Carver High School.
Great job by Curtis Spikes. 3, 6,
Actually, I
9.
think
There's
I'm
still
looking-
10 players
I'm
on the
looking at
field,
the-
Alan.
Yeah.
At some point, they got to discover that playing with 10 is not.
I thought they did.
6, 9, 10. All right, they ran the 11th
Yeah.
guy out there. There he is. It was a defensive lineman they were missing.
Good play. Second down, 16 now for Columbus. 13:52 to go in the game. Caught, turns. It'll be 3rd and 10. You know what this game reminds me of for the for the Phantoms? Reminds me of that game against the Tar Heels we came here that time to do, where Orlando trailed the entire game. Space Coast was ahead the entire game, but because Space Coast couldn't put them away, Orlando won the game.
Yeah, they chipped it back. Orlando just kept playing great defense.
Yep.
And when they needed, the offense showed up. You know, again, if the scoreboard stays the way it is, the offense needs to just show up one time.
This is college rules.
He was outside the tackle box.
Was
so
he
he's-
outside the tackle
And
box?
he got it back to the line of scrimmage, and
That's okay, because now they're just going to punt again, and
that's what we've seen out of Columbus. Is I'll be honest with you, they're very patient. They're okay with their punters switching the fields. They've been satisfied with the fact that they got a lead on the board, and they're confident with the fact that they don't think.
And eventually they're going to get back to a series where they're going to get Eric Ziegler back.
Yeah, they know they got 4 carries in a row out of Ziegler,
Right.
before he takes his union break.
Right. 13:10 to go. We've actually only played 1 minute and 50 seconds of the 4th quarter.
They got 11 this time.
All right.
So they've cured their lining up with 10 problem on the punt team.
Or 9, as they did the last time, too. Nice punt. Line drive, though, again, low. Ball, oh, my goodness.
Takes a beautiful bounce, but he's got the whole sideline over here if they don't cover this.
And they did. They covered it nicely, Coach, but he cuts it back, and he's out to the 15-20. He crosses and drilled.
Is that the punter?
Yeah, that's the punter. The punter absolutely came down, and you see him just. I mean, why not celebrate the punter? That is, I believe, Slayton Graham, who just made a hit like a linebacker.
I mean, he just laid wood. I mean, that's the old phrase, laid wood on somebody. That's
Yeah.
a great freaking tackle.
Yeah.
Unbelievable tackle by the punter. Yeah, definitely, generated some excitement again on the sideline. Just the one thing we're seeing that Columbus is playing relaxed, and then they're excited when they need to be. Where the Phantom is trying, it's just they're trying to make up for so many offensive mistakes, and they're losing that energy and that momentum. Yeah. Defense is playing beautiful, though.
They need one big play here, and that one big play will – what's that? I'm not sure. They need one big play to be able to do that.
And I think they got to find Hearns. That's the guy I think is going to be the one that makes the big play.
No, back under center again.
Toss sweep.
Room to run, cuts it back, gets out, picks up 6, 2nd and 4.
That's the Lake Brantley native right there. Like I said, he's probably, had a lot of yards in this game, on this football field right here.
Yeah. Used to it, used to the turf.
Paris Hennington. Yeah, again, 6-7 yards on first down. It's just they shoot themselves in it's when they cross that 50, it gets tight.
2nd and 6, or 2nd and 4 rather, after the gain of 6 by Hennington. Hennington about 6 yards behind. Landon, no. There's 4 wide receivers, 1 in motion. Toss sweep right this time. And this time he will have enough for an Orlando, or will he have enough for an Orlando?
Looks like they're going to call it 3rd and inches maybe.
11:15.
I don't know what the discussion is with the referees. Discussing personal foul on Columbus, which is definitely going to be a first down now.
So that'll move them up 15 yards. The ball will be out near the midfield marker, which has not been a good thing, as you just alluded to.
The snap will be on this side of the 50. That's good.
That's true.
They haven't crossed the
Just
50 yet.
barely, though.
I mean, it sounds comical, but they've been successful on the side of the 50.
Right, they have.
To me, hey, let's go with the kind of how the game's been going. Beautiful play action pass right here. You're on the safe side of the 50. You might strike them with that.
Right. Totally agree. And they are way deep. 1st and 10. But technically, the nose of the ball is at the 50. No, under center. Same. They might run. This time it's straight up the middle.
Yeah, they're just satisfied right now with running the football, which it's not a bad thing, to be quite frank with you, Alan, because you're not down by much.
No.
You keep
You're only down by 5.
Yeah.
A touchdown puts you up a point.
Yep, you keep grinding. You're taking time off the clock. You're not making any interception mistakes.
To 19 to play.
They're now in a gun set.
2nd and 9. No from the gun.
They're bringing a corner blitz.
They snuck him off. Throws, tipped, nearly intercepted. That's a great defensive call.
Yeah, that's 88. The big 6'5", 250 D end, Amari Jackson from Russell County High School.
They brought him from way outside.
Yeah, the corner was coming from outside. The corner got, No picked it up. He saw him coming. No had the wide open receiver. If it wasn't for the 6'5" defense end putting his hand on the ball, that would have been a successful play. 3rd and long. We just have not been successful tonight in the third and longs.
And this is going to and you absolutely believe in your defense. So this is 4-down territory.
It has to be. It has to be 4-down territory the way your defense has been playing. To me, if it is 4-down territory, you don't have to get all 9 yards on this first chunk.
There's showing blitz again. And the linebacker does not. Look and throws down the field. He's got a receiver. Great play. That's just great one-on-one coverage there.
That DB did a great job sticking with Hearns. Stuck his hand out, knocked the ball down. It was a good throw. You can't complain with the throw.
Jamichael Williams with outstanding coverage. Got the hand up, step for step, stride for stride. That's actually textbook.
Yeah, what we didn't see there is he had a blitz coming from the top of the screen again from the outside linebacker.
That's good play by No. It was a good ball.
Yeah, got rid of it quick. What you wanted, though, is you want your quarterback to see those blitz coming and hit a hot route. If the blitz is coming from the top, you should be throwing to the top. Somebody's leaving on a blitz, there should be a wide open slot in the zone.
I would like to see him punt here because I don't want to see him keep tempting fate. And maybe there's a reason they're not punting. I don't know. Maybe Tyler Johnson's hurt. But he's down here kicking into the net a couple times.
Yeah. Bouncing
the ball on a track. I don't know. Why don't you punt the ball here, back them up?
And then give yourself a but the argument is they've had the short field 5 times, and they didn't convert with it.
They only have 1 4th-down conversion, under
blitz.
Pressure, and he's going to go down. And that'll be a turnover on downs.
Again, the blitz come from the top of the screen, so when your blitz comes from the top, that's where you need to be looking as a quarterback because that's where there is a fault in the zone or the man. Somebody's open up top if they're bringing a blitzer.
Right. So with 9:47 to play, it'll be a turnover on downs. 8-3. Columbus clinging to a 5-point lead. This game right now is officially 2 hours and 30 minutes old. So that means it is about 25 of 10.
Yeah, I think, again, Columbus just needs to come out, run some more time off the clock, which there's tons of clock left, I just noticed. So bring big boy. Let's see Ziegler come out here soon.
You just want to see Ziegler play.
I like Ziegler. He entertains me. He appears to be still taking his union break.
First and 10, ball on.
Hey, it's fourth quarter. His breaks need to be a little bit longer than they were in the first half.
I hear you. Ball on the Columbus 48, 9:47 to go here. This is Drinkard back in at quarterback again. He's got two backs in the backfield. No wide receivers to the right, and he spins out of a tackle that should have been a loss, and he'll get outside, and they just killed a assistant coach over there.
Yeah, Drinkard's he's a big-bodied quarterback. Was able to get out of that sack. I mean, at 6'2", 210, he had DB was dead on him, about to hit him, and his big body just got him out of that.
Yep.
Bruno Marquise, had to get him labeled at 5'9", 190, had no chance of tackling the 6'2", 210 quarterback.
Did not, especially when he spun out there. I'd like to welcome in everyone watching here tonight on the Brevard Sports Network. If I'm a Storm fan, the one area of concern I have is you've not put them away.
No, they're certainly not. And again, that's a tribute to the Phantom defense. The Phantom defense has been battling all night.
Yeah, one mistake in the secondary, and that's been the story.
Yep. I mean, we go back. I mean, that's the loss that we did here that's the reason why they lost that game.
Yeah.
Was the mistakes in the secondary.
Both
that has
of
been
them.
a common factor that we have seen is they make mental mistakes in the secondary every game and give up big, long touchdowns.
But this time, it's just one, and certainly holding a 4-1 team to 8 points is at home. It certainly, you would think at this point you'd be well on your way to a victory, but both defenses playing outstanding tonight. 3rd and 13. Drinkard looks, fires, throws, caught, nope, dropped. And that'll be 4th and 13. And they're going to punt, and they're going to force. Here's the difference I don't understand in the two offenses. They're going to punt. We're going to get the ball back. We'll see. I don't know. They're bringing
Their punter's coming on, yeah. They're very satisfied with punting. To me, that's the difference. It's the lack of not punting from the Phantom.
We've got a new punt returner on. That's going to be Quadre Hearns. There's your guy, number 15 out there now. Hearns is going to be out there with Maurice Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas and Hearns are the two big playmakers that can do exciting things with the ball. So you kind of choose your poison right now. Either guy he punts to is deadly with the ball.
And Lawrence Taylor is set to punt.
I mean, hey, last hit he made was Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, he shanks this one.
But again, it's punting the ball. They changed sides of the field. I mean, whether it's a shank or not, they've changed the sides of the field. They're banking on the fact that both defenses played well tonight, and they're not really being productive offensively. The only production we had is small stints in the running game, small stints in the short passing game. We can't get anything long.
He didn't shank it that bad. It's going to be marked out at the 30. $8:15 to go.
Yeah, we're all right. Phantom is in the huddle. Last time they came out of the huddle, they went with a single back set under the center. Let's see if that's what they go with again. Now they're going back to the shotgun set, 2 wide receivers on each side. Shotgun set with Garnett in the backfield. Ball's handed off to Garnett. Garnett is taken at the knees instantaneously for a no gain. That's a good play by number 5 right there. Octavius Hampton Smith came in, makes a big play, knocks him down for a 1-yard loss.
So now it's 2nd and 11, Coach.
The one thing that you're seeing, again, I wanted to allude to, is you just see the energy level of the Phantom offense is not there. It's almost like they're walking to the line of scrimmage after the huddle. This is not the same Phantom offense we saw last time we were here.
Well, they're frustrated.
Yeah, 100%. It's frustrating, when you can't put points on the board. Empty set here. No back in the backfield. They're committing to throwing the football here.
And no, 5 wide, and they We got whistles. Just a false start.
From the blow to whistle dead, so is either fault,
delay a game.
Yep. Again, constantly shooting themselves in the foot. I had an old school coach in college, and he would look at us right now and use the phrase, is your toe sore? And then you'd look at him like, what are you talking about? Because you keep shooting your damn toe off every time we get a big situation. That's what they're doing. They're shooting themselves in the foot. He'd like take your shoe and sock off and count how many toes you got because you shot them all off by now.
Right. No, I hear you for sure. 7:22 to go. And again, we're going to come back with an empty backfield. And why not? Second and 15. Looks a little more than 5 there. No. Throws. Incomplete.
And then No's got somebody in his face when he throws the ball, but it's easy. It's easy to be a pass rusher when you got second and long, third and long, because you're not really thinking about the run, so you're just pinning your ears back and you're hauling butt. You're running a 40-yard dash is what you're doing. So, of course, he's got to get rid of the ball fast, but he needs to find a receiver down the middle of the field and try to pierce us, the defense in some sort of post route or something. Short routes aren't going to cut it anymore.
Boy, I tell you, this would be not the way. If the Storm can get out of here with an 8-3 win, I'm telling you, man, this has already been one of the strangest football games I've broadcast in quite some time.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there, Alan.
7:17 to play, and obviously they're going to keep throwing the ball, and with the completion percentage where it is, this could take 2.5 hours to play the final 7 minutes.
There's the Pierce down the middle of the field. I mean, they have a wide open receiver down the middle of the field running a post route. He's got to see it, and he's got to hit it. That is the weakness in the zone, is piercing down the middle of the field on a post.
And there he is coming back.
Hearns was – you could see Hearns upset on the sideline because he was wide open down the middle of the field.
And now we've got an injured player down. But the pass was completed. That's going to bring up 4th down and 4 now, Coach. But I'm not –
They haven't punted all night in the second half, so I don't imagine they're going to punt now. The only misfortune is, they're light at the offensive line, and you don't want to see anybody get hurt in this game, especially on offensive linemen.
No, that's for sure.
One thing about offensive linemen when they go down, it's a lot of times because all that choppy mess that happens in the trenches. A lot of times bodies hit knees, and the knees aren't built for 300-pounders to get hit from the side.
Yep. $7:07 to play.
It's an interesting call here with the 4th and 4. They were successful in the first half with short stop routes. The short stop routes are still there. They haven't been able to take them because they're trying to hit these home run balls. Maybe a little quick short route to Hearns, number 15, maybe to Thomas. Both those guys are playmakers. They can take a 4-yard pass and turn it into a touchdown. And come back on 1st down and look for that little post route down the middle of the field again.
And the player is up, and he's coming off. He's hobbling, though. He is being assisted off. Number 75.
Big 6'5", 300-pounder, Daniel Chavez, or 6'7", 300-pounder, 350. That's a massive man, my friends.
Chavez going to take a seat, get it taped up here.
Yeah, again, in the trenches, you're that size, 6'5", 350 pounds, and somebody bangs you in the ankle or bangs you on the side of the knee. It's just a lot of weight shifting in the wrong direction.
The only thing that I can think of, Coach, is that with not punting, they are playing for something else down the road. You know what I mean? I don't know. I can't explain this. The only thing that I can think of is that this is part of a plan to where they're working into the offense, and it is what it is regardless.
Yeah,
it's agreed upon before you go in that this is what's going to happen.
Maybe their punt snappers hurt a little bit. Now they just, again, shot themselves in the foot. 5-yard penalty.
Now you got to punt, right? If this is not preordained, then you almost, and here comes Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, I thought you had to punt before this, but little
Yeah,
alone
well,
get a
I
5-yard
mean,
penalty.
yes, for sure. I'll tell you what, Coach, after this game's over, we might be heading across the lake because they got some great bands playing over there tonight.
I hear that.
You hear them?
And I think we're lining up with 10 guys, Alan.
Yeah, well.
Yep, we're lining up with 10
Well,
right now.
we and here comes the 11th. But you got a quick eye to count. That's
and it looked
offsides.
like they were offsides. We're going to get the ball back here. Now, do we go back to line an offense
I
up
don't
and
know.
try to
Let's
go
see
for
if
it?
No checks back in here.
This is definitely.
And he is. No's going to come back in.
I still punt. I mean, look at the punt the punter just got off.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was blown dead or not, he punted it to the 20. I mean, make Columbus run the ball down here. Your defense has been 3 and out in them all night. Your defense 3's and out. They punt it back. Now you get the ball around the 50. If you don't get this 4 yards, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not making the call here.
I'm not either. And guess what? No is back on the field.
Let's just hope No finds, look like the way last time, the way 15, Hearns got off the ball with quick pace. I got a feeling the route was designed to go to Hearns. They might be coming back to Hearns one more time. We're lining up with, again, we're in the huddle with 10 guys. They found the 11th guy is working his way out there.
6:17 here. They pick up this first down. Look, you jump off sides. If you can pick up this first down, now maybe you can try to steal some momentum here.
Yeah, I know. It went from 4th and 4 to 4th and 2, so we had some mismanagement on mathematics. Another offsides first down.
That's going to be first down. 2 offsides in a row. And I tell you what, Columbus not doing a bad job shooting themselves in the foot.
No, right now we're playing 2 football teams with 4 toes apiece.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what the discussion is because
I
nobody.
think they might. This could be a false start.
I didn't see anybody on the Phantom move.
I didn't either, but I know they're talking about it.
I mean, might be discussing did they get back before the snap.
Or they could be discussing why was it 4th and 4 before, now 4th and 2.
Because the defender does have an opportunity to get back before the snap. But the ball was snapped. The quarterback wasn't ready for it when the ball got snapped, but the ball was snapped. You tell your center, if
when
you see somebody
him
come
jump,
across.
snap the ball. Yep. Going to be interesting here to see what the white hat does. Let's see what the call is. Offsides.
Yeah, so it's going to be first down.
5:54 to go in this one.
And I really think that's what the discussion. Did he get back before the snap? Because it came from the top of the screen. He jumped and got back just as the snap was happening.
Well, what would
Run
they
the
do
clock.
if they had agreed that he did?
Then it would have been a false start on offense because the center snapped it abruptly without anybody else going, which is a false start on your center. So it had to be one or the other because if not, it's just an inadvertent whistle.
Barry used to say, Kerry used to say, how many toes they have?
So right now, the Phantoms have 6,
Right?
and Columbus has 8.
Yeah. 5:30. 1st and 10, and No is in a ton of trouble, and down goes No.
Yeah, there was, to me, the way their hands are being held up by the offensive line, there's miscommunication on what the play was.
Right.
I don't think the play was designed to be something different.
That, right.
Yeah. There's a lot of miscommunication going on right now, a lot of just missed opportunities, a lot of bad calls, bad execution, bad timing.
Yep. I'd like to thank all of you for watching here tonight on the Brevard Sports Network. I mean, let's be honest, this has not been easy on the eyes tonight in terms of fluent football, but it has been an interesting game. And, what do they say? That only fans of these teams could, love this one tonight.
That or defensive guys.
That or defensive guys. Throw, oh, goodness.
if the ball is delivered there fast and hard and hits Hearns in the chest, he has a playmaking capability, but the ball was high, it was slow. I'm starting to see some fatigue out of No. Starting to see some fatigue here. And the fatigue comes from not being a starter.
Well, here's the other thing. Here's where else it comes from. Your adrenaline has killed you by this point because you're on such a high to start this game. Adrenaline is a big-time energy killer.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's just we're seeing a different No versus first half, first now.
3rd and 13. I mean, obviously, this is 4-down territory. They're showing blitz, and they bring it No. Looking, throws.
This guy, the receiver down sideline, just cannot connect with him. And, again, flip back to the first quarter. Remember in the first quarter how patient his feet were?
Yeah. Now he can't keep them still.
Yeah. Now he's popping his feet really fast.
Yeah. Happy feet. He's got happy feet.
And that's the difference. First quarter, he was very patient, and he was making correct throws. Now we're seeing an impatient, No, and that's the lack of starting time for him.
3:40 to go, Mr. Wick. 3:40 left in the game.
Let's see if we line up 11
and they're going to punt. What?
Line it up with 10 again.
The Phantoms, this stat just came across from Brian Keys. You ready for this? The Phantoms had 5 first downs in the second half. Orlando with 5 first downs in the second half. Columbus with none.
Wow. That's how great of a job Phantom has done. I mean, and look at this punt. Why we didn't see this in any time in the third quarter. I mean, he pins him on the 6-yard line. I mean, this is the chess game of football.
Now you bring in Darius, right? You bring in Big E, right?
You got to bring in the Ziegler now.
You got to bring in Big E Ziegler, right? You got 3:28 to go. You could literally, with him, run this clock out.
Win the football game by grinding it out. He's been on a 37-minute union break.
Kerry Houston said they're going to punt. What?
That's the first punt in the second half, and look at it. It was a beauty.
I know.
I mean, this is chess. This is the field position game that if these punts would have occurred in the third quarter,
you might have been able to create something for your defense, force a turnover deep.
Maybe another field goal opportunity.
I still understand why they didn't try to kick the field goal.
No, if they kicked that field goal in the one series they had, we'd be looking at a 6-8 game right now.
56-yard punt.
Wow, beautiful punt. And I don't like kickers. You know my theory with kickers.
I know. You and kickers are like oil and water.
I don't like them.
I know. But you really seem to get a charge out of that hit that kicker laid on.
Yeah, he's not a kicker. The way he hit somebody, he's a dude that played football who knows how to kick.
Right.
That's how I'm gonna call him. He's not a real kicker. No, I'm kidding. I don't want my kicker to get mad at me.
Well, he's already mad. 3:15 to go. In this one, 3:06 now.
I like my kicker, Padermo.
2nd and 11. The defense tonight for Orlando has just been outstanding.
No first downs in the second half. I mean, that's a beautiful stat to hear right there.
Yeah.
Well, let's not let the first one in the second half happen now. I mean, they shut them out 3 and out right here. They're going to get the ball inside their 50, and we have a shot to possibly win the game. Now, you don't want to see any coverage mistakes here.
Cuts back, turns.
Now, I am shocked you're not seeing Ziegler right now.
Well, I think you all – yeah, me too.
I don't see Ziegler on the sideline.
Let's see here.
Maybe part of his contract is during the fourth quarter he gets to go inside for his union break.
Right, you're right.
Alan, I don't see him at all on the sideline.
Let's look for him. Let's pan over and look for him. Unless he's in playing offensive line.
He's wearing number 8, so he can't.
You're not going to miss the guy.
Yeah. No, we're not missing Jerome Bettis.
No.
I don't see him. Do you?
No, I don't see him. Oh, has he got his shirt off?
That's him with the shirt off, isn't it? On the bench.
Yeah.
Right down here on the bench with his jersey
he's
off.
not coming back.
Nope.
So, all right, so it's up to these guys to get it done without Big E.
Yep, that's him. There's no doubt that's Ziegler.
Right. 2:25 to play. Yeah, he is the player of the game.
Yeah, right now I agree, Alan. I think he is the player of the game, both sides of the football. Yeah.
Oh,
Without this is too.
Yeah.
What we see the Phantoms do in situations like this, they like to line up and cover zero, and they bring the house. And they've been very good at doing it when they do bring the house, as long as they don't get a secondary coverage breakdown. And, all night, the quarterback hasn't made any big plays. Drinkard is a big-bodied kid. He can elude a few tackles with his size. So they got to make sure on this blitz that they wrap him up and tackle him.
And they are lined up in
2 wide receiver set with a tight end and 2 backs. They're bringing maximum coverage, maximum protection here for Drinkard.
So we'll see what they do here.
We're bringing the house.
Yep. And here they come. Throws. Oh, nearly had it.
Hey, good again. It's good coverage by the DB because the DB was hip to hip with him.
Step for step. Yeah.
Yep. If you're step to step and you make a receiver have to dive for the ball, you've done a good job. That's what do you got? Oh my goodness! I know we just didn't get unnecessary roughness on the quarterback call.
Oh, good goodness! Did they really?
Yeah.
You know what Don Meredith used to say? Remember Dandy Don Meredith? Now I know I'm taking you guys back.
You're putting me way back on that.
Well,
one.
that's all right. It's Monday Night Football. You're only 5. You're only 3 years younger than me.
Well, it's that 3 years aged you well.
That could be the turn out the light, the party's over moment right there.
No, you're right. I mean, it's frustrating. And
no, it is.
It's frustrating because you've done a phenomenal job all night defensively. You've just forced them into punting from their own end zone. You've already got a block punt for the night. They've got a great punter, but they've struggled getting 11 men on the field.
We didn't kick a field goal on.
Yep. And then now you just gave them a free first down for them to chop the clock up even more.
Yep, 2:20 to go here. Another first down, essentially. What do they got? Just 2 timeouts left. Essentially wins the game. 1st and 10 from the 19 or from the 24-yard line. And they just jumped off sides. And that is what you call tackling on for good measure. Oh, my goodness. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's been happening all night. They've shot themselves in the foot. It's always been on the offensive side of the ball tonight.
How many toes?
We lost 2 more in a row, so we're down to 4.
6-4. We got to get a McCain in a minute. 1st and 4. Turns, gives.
Got to tackle him backwards. Stretches it for about a 4-yard gain.
I'm serious here. In all honesty, we're about the 2 minutes, 10-second mark here of the 4th quarter. He gets a first down, and that's it.
I would have to say first down, it's lights are out after the first down. And, again, it'd be beautiful, beautiful defensive effort by the Phantom.
It just was.
Just an unfortunate late hit on the quarterback.
And that'll be a timeout. 2nd and 1 now with 1:51 to play.
What you get here, though, the part I hate about desperation series is you get a lot of defenders who start to try to tackle the ball.
Yeah, right.
Instead of tackle the man.
Right. You see that a lot in the NFL. Like late in games just like this, obviously. Yeah. And then those arm tackles get, they break them for long runs and touchdowns.
Yeah, more concerned about trying to create a fumble than just, look, first man there, wrap him up, stand him up, and then allow a second, third guy in there.
Come in and just pop him. Who you got first game next year?
The Classic or the actual first game?
No, the real first game.
The real first game, we're traveling to Stoneman Douglas High School.
Oh, Stoneman Douglas. Okay.
Yeah.
When do you play Vero?
Vero Beach week 3. We host Vero Beach.
Oh, outstanding.
Week 2, we're going to travel up to Baker County.
That's right. 2nd and 1, give. Cuts it outside. Turns. He does not
That's a good
get
tackle.
it. Great tackle.
He wasn't trying for the football. He put his helmet and his shoulder pads on the running back. Does not allow that running back to get a first down. I don't know about it. This is a bad spot. If they're going to give him the spot for the first down, it's a bad spot. He did not fall forward for a first down.
Throw the challenge flag.
Yep, they're giving him the first down.
I'm kidding, of course. And that's a 1st and 10, and even with a timeout left in a minute 15, an interesting football game. Throws that ball. Let me ask you this.
Completely dumbfounded with that call.
I'm not only am I dumbfounded with that call, I want to scream out the window. Who made it?
Why would you try to throw a fade down the sideline when you're just running the clock? Not only that, a fade down the sideline that Hearns almost picked, or was it Hearns? The DB almost picks that ball.
Huh? That's their 4th timeout. It's good.
Another personal foul by Orlando.
Oh, no.
Personal foul, late hit on the quarterback again.
That's definitely the game. Well, so 108, and that'll set them up. Another late hit on the quarterback. Ball be out beyond the 50. All right, Coach. Now, as gently as you can here, because I know this has been a tough one. There's no doubt about it. Your takeaways from this. Where do the Phantoms go from here? Now, I know they're going to get one of their quarterbacks back next week. I know they're getting back the big quarterback. Hang on here.
Dontavius Purdue?
6'4", 250 pounds out of Eustis High School. Dontavius Purdue next week. So they get him back. So they have another option. But where do you go from here? And
well, I obviously I don't think there's corrections, a lot of corrections to be made on defense. I think the defense has done a great job tonight. It's the corrections that need to be made, and it's going to go back to the same comments. One, miscommunication in the secondary again cost them a touchdown. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's probably the 7th or 8th time this year I've seen this happen, where miscommunication in the secondary, boom, touchdown, kills them. Shooting themselves in the foot with just stupid penalty calls. 2 late hits on the quarterback when the ball was on the 6.
Yeah.
The ball's on the 6, and now
they got 30 yards in penalties.
Yeah, and they're across the 50 now,
right.
and a kill-the-clock opportunity, they've given them 2 15-yard penalties.
Wow.
How many times they shot themselves on the foot offensively?
Well, they didn't kick the field goal.
No kicked in a field goal. Six opportunities inside your own 50.
Yeah, so
it's you got to put the ball in the end zone. You got to punt the football when it's time to punt the football. Play the odds of what the odds are. If textbook tells you to punt, you punt.
Punt, right. Well, Coach, that's going to wrap it up as Drinkard not only took 1 knee there, but he took 2 in some sort of dancing motion. I liked it. I can't do it, but I liked it. And I tell you what, we'd like to thank Michael Torres, the owner of the Orlando Phantoms, as they will drop to 2-3. The Columbus Storm will move to 5-1. So I'd like to thank Brian Keys as well, our statistician and voice in the press box. So your final score from Lake Brantley High School here at Tom Story Field. The Columbus Storm, yes, 8. The Orlando Phantoms 3. And I'd like to thank all of you. Kerry Houston says down to 2 toes now, no doubt about it. Have a great night, everybody.